I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Studies show that 100% of everybody in the world wants to curl up indoors and do nothing because it's so darn cold out there. That's why many people are turning to Bombas, whose pillowy plush slippers and warm merino wool socks have been said to be the most comfortable in the history of feet. Bombas products have been found to boost coziness by up to 1,000,000%. Okay, enough fake statistics, but could Bombas socks and slippers really be the cure? Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.
Hi there, welcome to Joshi'ing Around Weekly, a podcast in which we will discuss the most important shows, the best matches and the hottest topics in Japanese women's pro wrestling on a weekly basis. I'm Tim.
And I'm Eric.
And welcome to the show. Hey, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to the Joshi'ing Around Weekly 2026 Joshi Draft. We are part of the Social Suplex Podcast Network, a network dedicated to bring you the best coverage from all over the world, including Keeping It Strong Style, the Trish and Sarah Wrestling Podcast, One Nation Radio, Tunnel Talk, All Things Elite, Imps, AEW Adventure, Wrestling Art with Chris Stings, and the AEW Match Guide. We also release the Social Suplex newsletter around once a month that gives you in-depth coverage from promotions all over the world, the best coverage in all of wrestling media, and you can find it on socialsuplex.com. Just recently check out the Social Suplex Women's 50 we released earlier, a couple of weeks, on International Women's Day on March 8th. If you have any questions for our pod or us personally, you can find us on the Social Suplex Discord as well, where you can find Eric and me. I mentioned the AEW Match Guide earlier. They had a AEW draft a couple of weeks ago, and Eric and I always had this little list of things we wanted to do on the podcast if there's like a slower week or anything. And like a Joshi draft was top priority on that list. So when we heard the AEW Match Guide draft, we kind of got really excited for it, and we wanted to finally push ourselves to do our own little draft episode, our special. This is not a canonical Joshi'ing Around Weekly episode. This is a special, individually released episode. So I think it's gonna be fun. Eric made an insane spreadsheet for this. Maybe we're gonna release it after, so you guys can also play if you want to. But hi, Eric. First of all, how are you doing?
I'm exhausted because I've been socializing all day. God damn.
Oh my god.
Having friends is the worst sometimes, you know. No, I'm joking. I love her. She's my best friend. She was just visiting, and I only get to see her like every few months. So
okay. That's
and
awesome.
then as soon as I got back, I was like, all right, Alex, leave me alone. I have to fucking draft some Joshi. So,
let's go.
Because I've been excited to do this. I only got the chance to write it all down yesterday because obviously I have to keep up with a lot of promotions, so I have to watch a lot of wrestling. So sometimes I don't get the chance, like free time, I guess. But I had some free time yesterday because Fridays are normally slow days, and it was fun. It was fun actually thinking about all of the different things. So I'm hoping people find it fun to follow as well. I don't know if it'll be easy or okay on audio, but I hope it's fun for people to listen to. I mean, the AEW Match Guide, I had fun listening to that. And AEW's not necessarily my favorite promotion, so I'm sure it'll be okay.
Yeah, I think people who are into Joshi are gonna have fun. We have a couple of different rules. We are not straight copying the AEW Match Guide. We came up with a different sort of like game plan for our draft. I guess it's more like traditionally fantasy draft style.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way I thought about it, like fantasy league or like I guess like a bit like I told you it was like kind of Football Manager, right? You have like a certain constraints. You can't just sign every single talent under the sun. So we'll go through that before we start the draft. How are you doing?
Exactly. I'm fine. I had kind of the opposite of your day.
You did nothing?
I had like a complete like sloth there. I don't know. I did a couple of chores around the house, like just basic cleanup. But other than that, I was just like lying around and watching. I watched Marigold and I watched a couple of, I don't know, just random shit on the internet. And
more
now,
skateboarding videos?
Sort of. Did I watch a skateboard video? There was probably one in there, yeah. Yeah, but it's a lot like just fucking YouTube stuff. I don't know. And now because it's Saturday, I allowed myself a little cold one for the draft. And
you cracked
really
open a cold one.
to it. Huh?
You cracked open a cold one?
Yes.
Is it beer?
Yes, and it's delicious.
I fucking hate beer.
Hell yeah.
I think you're lying. I think everyone who drinks beer and says delicious is lying.
No. I don't know.
It can't be delicious. It is impossible for it to be delicious. It is disgusting.
I just think you have the wrong beer.
There's good beer?
Yeah, in Germany. Tons of.
All right. It's like drinking piss. That's what it is.
No way. Other than that, I'm doing fine. I'm doing good. I've been hyped for this, a lot. I've been crafting on my draft theories at work during the last week. So we'll see who's got the better plan. How should we decide, by the way? Am I gonna put a poll somewhere and people have to vote who has the better roster?
I have no idea. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know how else we determine a winner.
I guess that maybe on social media or something.
Social media?
Yeah.
Probably just in the
we
Discord
gotta
channel
drive some traffic to social media.
Yeah. All of our 3 followers.
I mean, like Discord, there's like so many different Discords where our audience is in. So we have to put a poll in like 5 different Discords.
That's why they should join the Social Suplex Podcast Network Discord.
That's kind of true. Absolutely. Either way, yeah. I mean, should we just get into it? Do you want to explain the rules to us, Eric?
I would love to do that. Thank you, Tim, for that segue and handoff. So there's 2 main reasons why we're doing this, right? So one is, well, we're nerds and it's a nerdy thing to do. I think that's the first and foremost reason. And then the second one is because why I kind of want to do it is it like an easy excuse to talk about all of the talent in the scene and to highlight some of them. If we pick some of them higher, then, people might get a bit of a idea for how we think about that talent as well, especially for some of the promotions that we don't get to cover all the time. So, I think it's important to highlight that for those that don't watch a lot of independents, because of accessibility or whatever, they will kind of get the feeling, hopefully, that the Joshi scene is kind of stacked right now. Because I think sometimes there's this opinion that it's not doing well or it's not stacked. There is so much talent, and hopefully this draft highlights that, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So the rules. So as we mentioned,
except if we just draft the entire Stardom roster and be done or something.
That would be really funny if we did that. People might start to think we're biased towards Stardom if we did that. So maybe we shouldn't do that. So yeah, you mentioned Fantasy League, and it kind of is. So we gave ourselves a budget of $5 million. So $5 million to start our new promotion. We thought that a budget constraint was a fun addition to a standard draft because it kind of forces us to be strategic with our picks, right? So we can't just pick all the top wrestlers in the scene and just take it in turns. I think it's more interesting when you have to make a decision on what your perfect roster will be when you can't have like 10 aces and 10 superstars, right? Why are you picking this person over another person? And that allows us to give reasons as to what that person's strengths are over other people, right? So as I mentioned, It's a way to talk about talent indirectly and a fun way to do it, I think. So that's why we gave ourselves a budget. So we have a few different categories. The first category of wrestlers, so we basically categorize every single wrestler that we cover there might be some missing, but I don't know about them, or like I couldn't be bothered to like I cross-checked as much as possible. So
I think we're fine.
yeah, there's like 250 wrestlers here, something like
Yeah.
that. So we categorize all of them individually, and the first category is aces. So these will cost 1 million. So the idea here is that these are like the premium talent. So like when you draft them, well, as the name suggests, they're your ace straight away, right? There's like no ramp up time. You don't need to build them up. They're your 1A ace. So we have Chihiro Hashimoto, Maika, Mayu Iwatani, Miko Ono, Miyu Watanabe, Natsupoi, Sariano, Suri, Sayaka Mitani, Starlight Kid, Suri, Takumi Aroha, and Utami Hayashishita. So those are all our aces. So the budget of 5 million means you could draft 5 of these and then no one else. But that's obviously stupid, right? Because then you have no budget left for the rest of the card to actually put on shows, right? So we're trying to be realistic here. So you could draft 3 aces and then 40 of the lowest tier, but also that's not a balanced roster because, you know, you have too much lower card fodder. You kind of want some mid card and stuff like that. So that's the reasoning behind these prices and the budget constraint. Then we have a second category, which is superstars, and they're worth 500,000. So you could draft 10 superstars, and this category is full of top talent that you could probably run with them as your ace, but you probably wouldn't have as much drawing power as if you picked an ace. So they're kind of like your top workers. They have ace potential for sure. We put people in here who are kind of like upper mid carders or like champions right now in top promotions. And there's, I guess, some outliers which you'll hear is like they provide some insane benefit to your new promotion. So we have Arisu Endo, Azumi, Dash Chisako, Fuwa-chan. So obviously she's a rookie, but you know, she's in there because she provides insane benefit. She's the most followed Joshi on social media. I don't think that's got to be correct.
I mean,
right?
by miles and miles.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, Hazuki, Hiroyu Matsumoto, Konami, Mai Sakurai, Mari, Mei Suruga, Miko Iwata, Miyu Momono, Mirai, Miyu Yamashita, Mizuki, Momo Watanabe, Natsuko Tora, Shoko Nakajima, Suzuki, Suzume, Veni, and Victoria Yuzuki. So those are the superstars. And then we have 3 extra tiers. So we got 250,000, 100,000, and 50. So 250,000 is like your upper mid-carders. They're not really able to carry promotion, but they could challenge for a top title, or they're kind of like key backroom staff. The aces of the smaller independent promotions are in here as well because they haven't really proven to be a draw on the larger scale. So you could take a chance on them as your ace, but you know, the listeners will decide if that's the right strategy, right? If you're taking someone like, you know, Minami Katsu as your ace, right? Is that the right strategy? Mm-hmm. I guess the listeners will decide. So, other examples are JTO's Aoi. That one's going to be so annoying to pronounce if we come up in drafting discussions. It's just a really weird one. Aoi. Yeah, it's definitely Aoi.
Aoi.
Yeah, it's Aoi. Yeah.
It's like if you hurt yourself, right?
Yeah. Aoi.
Aoi.
Actually is, yeah. Emi Sakura, Itsuki Aoki, Meisera, Misa Kagura, Rina, and of course, Tam Nakano. Drink. Then we have the 100,000 tier. These are like top rookies or just mid-card talent in the scene. They've never really been the top of the card in a big promotion recently, or if they have, it was like a long time ago. So examples are like Anakanaya, Chikugoto, Himawari, Koguma, Miku Kanai, and Ryoseto. And then we have everyone else in the 50k tier. So we also have some referees and bookers in there for backroom staff. So we decided
just real quick, with everything else, you didn't mean literally everyone else except the ones you named.
Oh yeah,
just like really, really low card tier, rookies or talent that's just on very minimal promotions. Like our $100,000 tier is quite large. You just named like 5 examples or whatever. So
that is correct. Yes.
Not that our listeners are confused and they think we have like 1 million people in the 50 tier. That's
no. It's kind of like normally distributed, if there's any statisticians out there. Yeah.
We can't name everyone in every tier right now. The podcast would be 5 hours before we even start drafting. So,
amen. So we've also categorized each talent by their role. So, for example, Arisa Nakajima is available as like a creative assistant or a promoter. So we have 5 talent types. So we have wrestlers, coaches, promoters, creative assistants, and referees. And we're going to keep track of how many we have. And the idea there is you don't want to just draft all wrestlers and have no backroom staff. That would be stupid. And anyone that votes for that roster shouldn't. I was going to say something else there. And then when we draft wrestlers, we're kind of choosing them whether we should draft them as a face or a heel. And the idea behind that is you can't just draft 20 baby faces and call it a day. We wanted to be able to strategize who could play those roles, how people fit in with other people in your roster. And again, it's all about putting some thought into the rosters, which allows us to discuss these wrestlers in more detail. Like, is someone more versatile than another wrestler, right? So another indirect way of getting into the meat of the talent in the independent scene, and also provide proper justification for why we're picking them. Finally, there is one small bonus thing we've added, which is categorizing wrestlers according to the region they represent. So this was kind of just like a fun little thing. So it was just to give us the ability of like consider drafting a wrestler because they may draw for a big like homecoming show in a particular area, or you can just concentrate all your efforts on Tokyo. I think realistically, a large chunk of the wrestlers are from the Kanto region, so Kanagawa, Tokyo, and Saitama. So I imagine it's just going to be top heavy, but it's just a fun thing to consider at the end.
And I'm going to say right away that I didn't put this into consideration whatsoever because I have no idea where people are from. I'm not informed enough about most of these things. So I know a couple of people who they are from, and maybe I'm going to draft them because of that. But like in the grand scheme of things, I mostly ignored the region aspect, to be honest. I know you put a lot of work into the regions too, but,
well, maybe they'll penalize it for you. That's fine. It's your strategy.
It's just so much information to look up.
Yeah, that's why it's fun, Tim, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
So we're going to do a snake draft, and we are going to flip a coin to determine who should go first. So then it's we pick one. Yeah. So then it's we pick one at a time, and then the wrestler is removed from the pool. So yeah, should we get
right? If if someone is like considerably ahead with their budget, let's say, and they are broke, and the other person still has like 500k left, then they just go until they have nothing left either, I guess. Right?
Amen.
So we don't have like a certain round limit or whatever. We just go until both of us are broke.
Yep.
All right. To decide who starts, we are gonna flip a coin. I'm gonna just share my screen for that, right?
That would make the most sense. Yeah.
Do you see it?
I do. And the reason why we're sharing screen is because we're so competitive that we can't trust the other to actually tell the truth on whether they go first or not. So that's why.
I will give you the choice, heads or tails.
Tails.
I should reload because it already spun once. Okay. Tails. Okay.
So I'm going first.
So you are first picked. All right. Oh shit. I gotta stop streaming now. Not that you see my thing. Okay.
All right.
What is your first pick, Eric?
Mwahaha. I'm gonna pick Sayaka Kurara.
Oh, what?
As a face.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, so if you want to know why, so I didn't actually realize we only put her as 100,000, and that's kind of crazy to me. So for listener context, there were multiple times this week that Tim messaged me about changing the pricing of certain candidates, okay? He even mentioned Antrim to me, right? So the sort of freelancer. He was like, what? Why is Antrim, only 50k? He never once brought up the fact that Sayaka Kurara is in the 100k tier. And I didn't move them, so I'm pretty sure he placed them there on purpose on the first draft he did and expect that I wouldn't see it. So as soon as I was going through the roster and I saw her, I was like, I'm just going to pick her first. This motherfucker was Uber prepping for like a week. Okay. So yeah, I'm picking Sayaka first and what? But okay, sorry. The real reason, I think she can grow into being a top face. If she was 500k or whatever, I probably would have reconsidered it. But the fact she's 100k, it's literally like a no-brainer.
It's kind of true. It's kind of insane. I have to fucking reconsider.
He's already got his plan fucked up.
Not for the first couple of picks. To be honest, I did evaluate a lot of talent differently than you did in the end. So when I started putting people in on $100,000 tier, I kind of went more by experience, and you kind of went more by like their status in the
pretty
scene
much,
or whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of thought, sorry.
No, I was going to say I 100% would have moved them if I saw it. I just didn't see them.
I thought like people with like 2 years experience are just in the second tier. So I saw later you like there are some people in the 250,000 tier that are clearly below Sayaka right? Like,
yeah, exactly. If I had seen these, they would definitely be in the 250 tier for sure.
Okay. Well, that was a blunder.
Yeah. Oh, and the reason I didn't change the price after is because I felt like you'd already done your strategy, and it would have been a dick move to change the pricing after.
I would have lived with it.
Okay.
All right, so it's my turn. My first pick is going to be Chihiro Hashimoto.
That's quite interesting.
I will accept your declaration of defeat now if you wish
incredibly interesting that you've done that. Would you like to explain to everyone why you've picked up?
If you wish to concede now, I will accept that. So
yeah,
we can keep it short.
Okay.
Well,
why
Chihiro,
are you picking that,
I think Chihiro Hashimoto. So first of all, at worst, she's a top 3 pro wrestler in the world in the ring. She is an ace. She's a proven ace of a promotion. She can carry a top belt in any promotion. One of the main reasons I picked her over other aces, though, is because now, essentially, no matter who I pick after this, I'm gonna have the greatest roster in the world in a couple of years, because Chihiro Hashimoto is, in my opinion, like the best you can get for training. I just put her as the head of the dojo, and she can have these crazy training sessions. She knows legit Olympians she can bring in to teach the roster how to grapple, and she can get them up to speed. Like, even if I pick like 100 of the worst wrestlers from now on, I just put them like 2 years in the dojo, right? And
2 years in the dojo.
2 years
in
the
the dojo. The kid's finally
uncaged.
uncaged.
And they're gonna be up there with like the best in the world. So I have no issues with anything now. Like, I'm gonna have the best wrestlers at some point in the future with Chihiro Hashimoto as the
That's a strong
head
statement
of
right
training. So, since we got the best training possible for our wrestlers locked up, my second pick will be Tam Nakano.
Oh my god. He's so predictable.
What? This is not because I like her or anything.
Of course it doesn't.
This is not a meme or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tam Nakano
Sorry,
is...
do you just... I don't know if we clarified what the roles are. So maybe when we draft people, we should say what their roles are, I guess.
I mean, Chihiro Hashimoto is basically coach.
Wrestler and coach. Yeah.
Coach and wrestler, yes. I believe Tam Nakano is one of the greatest storytellers in wrestling ever. And I believe she is the number 1 pick you can possibly get in the world, probably for a creative role. She is gonna help me book the promotion. She's gonna help with like locker room stuff. She's gonna craft storylines for my wrestlers, so I basically have the best education in the ring for wrestlers and the best creative direction for wrestlers going. And with those 2 picks, no matter who's on my roster, it's gonna be a great promotion to watch. With Chihiro,
what if it's like Ryoko Sakamura? Do you trust Hashimoto and Tam Nakano to get the most out of even the worst wrestlers in the scene?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Ryoko, wait, where's she from?
No, she was like the Marigold wrestler that kind of quit.
Oh, I didn't even see her once, so
yeah.
I can't even. Is she even on the list? I think you
she is.
Put her right.
But anyway, just imagine the worst wrestler. I was just interested if you thought, can you bring someone up even if they're like not made for wrestling? Do you think anyone is coachable, I guess, from nothing, from the ground up?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, not anyone. I also don't think... I think certain people are just not cut out for it. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
but I'm not gonna draft those. Like, come on.
Okay, yeah. It depends on who the rest of you
Maybe saying literally anyone is wrong, but like, I have the best chances to get the best out of my talent with these 2 picks. As for the alignment for Chihiro Hashimoto as my ace and my wrestler, I kind of want to put that off until I have more picks. I would tentatively put her as a top heel for now.
Yeah, and I guess just on that, we've only gone for face and heel, but obviously Japanese wrestling is just a bit kind of different. Like, you can have your top stars play either, depending on who they're against, right? Because sometimes they'll play a heel against like a rookie, but then there'll be a baby face if they're against an actual top heel, right? So
exactly.
So yeah,
she would be kind of a top, just a tween on top, and just
exactly. Yeah.
Just be the unclimbable mountain for everyone, basically. All right, those are my first 2 picks. Why do you say I'm predictable? Did you think I was gonna pick these 2 first?
I actually think you've done a different strategy than what I thought you would do. I knew you'd pick Tam Nakano. That's all I meant by that. But
okay.
You've actually done a different strategy than what I thought. I think we've gone for opposite strategies. Well, it depends on what your next picks are, but that's what I think so far.
Okay. Well,
so, now I'm kind of thinking.
Second round.
Yeah. So. Oh, and I'm picking twice in a row, right? Yeah, it's funny. I actually didn't know what snake draft was until you just did that now.
Oh.
No, it kind of makes sense. It does. It is a snake. I just didn't think about it. So I kind of thought it would just be back and forth. And then I realized, oh, wait, that's not snake draft. So that kind of makes sense. So in that case,
otherwise the first pick is like a huge.
Yes, no, it kind of makes sense. It makes sense for sure. I'm going to pick. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm going to pick Coco as a face.
Coco.
From the 50k tier. So my budget was on 4.9 mil, and now it's 4.85 mil. And the reason I'm picking Coco so early is because I think from an athletic point of view, she's one of the best young talents on the scene. Actually, from an athletic point of view, I think she is the best young talent on the scene. I think the fact that she's masked is actually kind of important, because I can sell a fuck ton of Coco masks down the line. So I'm seeing that future cash. And I think she's underexposed. She's fresh. She still has a lot of room to grow. She's only 15, and she's in the lowest cost tier. So she's in the 50k tier. So I just wanted to have like the best premium pick from that 50k tier before you picked her. So yeah.
Cool.
The next
What's
pick.
your third pick?
So I'm actually having to adapt here, which is very interesting. I think, you know what? I'll let you have this one. So I'm thinking of picking someone that I know you want to pick, and I'm just doing. They don't actually feature in my plans, so it would be just to spite you, and I've already done that. So I don't need to do it again.
Have absolutely done
yeah. So I'm not going to do it again. So in that case, I'm also going to pick Kikyo Furusawa as a face.
Okay.
And the reason I'm picking Kikyo so early is, so first of all, she represents the Chibu region. So she's from Shizuoka. She's already quite popular in that region, so much so that even Diana brought her in for a Hamamatsu show, which is kind of funny. She's got a ton of room to still improve. I also think she has the potential to play either face or heel in the long term. And I like that I have that versatility with her, considering like the way she works, like submission holds. You can easily like have it both ways. She's super young, and she was also on the 50k tier. So I've gone for 250k picks and picked what I think are the best ones in that category. I'm now on 4.8 mil, and you're on 3.75 because you've obviously went for your ace and your big creative staff from the beginning. So
right, I was about to mention that you are one pick. You have picked one more than me, and I am over 1 million.
And that's what the aces do, yeah.
Down more, yeah. That's why we have it tiered like that. Okay. No, that makes sense. You had a face, right? You said. Yeah.
So we might change alignments at the end, as Tim mentioned, but for now I'll have her as a face.
All right, cool. So my third pick, will be Daichi Murayama.
You're just going for this backroom stuff. You're getting it all out of the way.
I have it sorted now, I think. I have my backstage sorted. I have this is kind of maybe an industry secret, so if you don't want to hear that, close your eyes, whatever.
Close your eyes, yeah.
Don't
look.
Daichi is a major part in making matches work in Stardom. He's the reason why even like some of the younger talent is looking at least competent in the ring very early on, because he's basically talking the wrestlers through the matches the entire time. So I think that's going to help a lot. He's the best ref in the business, I think. And he understands storytelling very well. I think he can also have like a bit more backstage role where he like goes through the matches with wrestlers. He does that already in his current role. And like, he's basically like an agent they have in America, right? I don't like really the agent stuff, but if you gotta have someone for the rookies and the new wrestlers, I think Daichi's perfect for that. I think he's been in the business for so long that he's can also like really help me with the promotion and stuff, and knows how things are run throughout the country with touring and stuff. So I think he's gonna be a great help for that, and a very, very valuable person to have on your roster. Okay, with my... Oh shit, I should reconsider now. You kind of fucked my plans.
Oh, was Sayaka next?
No. Well, she would have. She would have been if I was... I have this all I can show you after. Sayaka would be in my second round if I was first pick.
Yep.
Well... Now, damn, I'm standing before a big decision now. I'm going with my second ace. And I don't know which one I should have. I'm gonna draft Sari as my second ace. No. I already said it. No, it's okay.
I mean, no, it's fine. You can change it if you want.
Like, my entire plan of the promotion is fucked now.
Yeah, you just...
No, I kinda...
No, change your mind.
I gotta overthink this.
Yeah, think it over.
You know what? I'm still going with my old strategy. I'm just gonna have to find a replacement. I'm going Saya Kamitani as my second ace.
That makes more sense. That's a good point.
Yeah. So we have the very popular, like, obviously mainstream star. We have a more emotional storyteller in the ring compared to Chihiro Hashimoto. Like, so they are basically the two polar opposites in my promotion at the top. And yeah, what my plan is with Saya, I'm gonna maybe reveal later. So that is my pick number 4, and I am now... She's gonna be heel for now. And I have a budget of 2,650,000 remaining. So I'm basically almost at the halfway point already after 4 picks.
So how many 50k wrestlers do you think you're gonna have in your roster?
Well, we're gonna see. Because I think you're gonna fucking mop all of them up until I get any. So
right, that's very interesting. That's really interesting, Tim.
Is it?
So I'm going to pick Rena, Stardom Rena.
Oh, okay.
As a heel. And I don't think I need to talk about her. Everyone knows about Rena. We speak about her a lot on our 3-hour weekly Stardom talk. And then I'm going to pick the other Rena at LPWX as a heel.
Ooh.
So
awesome.
They're both 250k picks. So I'm now at 4.3 mil left. So with the LPWX Rena, so formerly known as Nori, I think she's better as a heel. I watched her work against Miku Kanai in the main event of an LPWX show, and she looked absolutely fucking incredible. I think she's another hidden gem of the independent scene. And it's not hidden in that sense that, you know, pretty much every Joshi fan knows about her, but she doesn't have a large footprint. So I'd be so excited to see what she can actually do in a promotion that runs regularly with a ton of top talent to work with. I think she has some of the highest potential, especially at that 250k tier, for just being one of the best workers, basically. So, I mean, you can probably already see a trend with my roster. So I've got Sayaka Kurara, Coco, Kikia Furusawa, and then the 2 Rinas. So yeah,
It's crazy.
Yeah. I love Rina, to be honest. Both Rinas, but yeah.
Are you gonna put them in a team?
That would be a funny team, yes, and they are both heels.
Rina.
So, yeah.
Rina cubed or whatever.
Yeah, Rina.
No,
cubed.
what is the
Well, Rina squared.
hoch 2 squared? That's what it is.
Right.
Those were your 2 picks. Okay. That's cool. You got 4,300,000 left while I'm at 2,650,000. That's crazy.
But I mean, at some point you're going to have to pick lower value wrestlers and I'm going to have to pick high value ones, right? So
Absolutely.
maybe.
So,
or not.
So a keen eye for my roster may have already spotted my initial plan was, of course, to get the triangle of Tam Nakano, Sayaka Mitani, and Sayaka Kurara in there to just play out the greatest Joshi storyline that will ever happen. And draw 100,000 people into the Tokyo Dome. Well, that's not gonna happen as I planned it out now, but I think there's still a reasonable counterpart who I could play the story out just as well. It is, of course,
the other half of Tam Nakano.
The other half of the split, of the Tam Nakano split, I will take Aya Sakura then.
So earlier when I mentioned to fuck you over even more, I was thinking of picking Aya Sakura, but I was like,
I knew it.
yeah, that would be too mean. So I was like, let's split them up between us.
All right, she's gonna be a face. She's gonna be my undercard, midcard face for now. And I think every good undercard, midcarder before they get shoved into the main event for All-Star Grand Queendom in 2026. They need a couple of good feuds on the undercard first, right? Midcard. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I decided to get my future ace. I decided to call this person Sayaka Kurara or Aya Sakura, my future ace, who's gonna be there in like 5 years or whatever, at the top of the company. But she needs a career rival, I think. I have chosen for whoever my future ace would be, Aya or Sayaka. Their career rival I have chosen to be Ria Sato from Marigold.
She's fucking awesome.
She is great.
They would have an awesome feud, actually.
Yes.
Can you imagine that match? Hell yeah.
I absolutely think so. And she's 100,000 too, right? Do I have that correct?
Wait, just remove her quickly? I actually don't know.
No. In my spreadsheet, I have 100. Maybe I.
Okay, maybe yeah.
She's gonna.
Then she is. Yeah.
This is gonna be controversial for you because you obviously like her better as a face. But I mean, as long as I'm not gonna let her do the fucking Darkness Revolution stick, right?
No.
I'm just gonna have her be a traditional heel and be a great heel.
Yeah,
a great foil for Aya Sakura.
I actually think, my own spoiler, but we're going to talk about it on the Marigold review on our next episode. But I think if she didn't have the Darkness Revolution stuff, I think she's actually better as a heel. Like, the fact that she can be aggressive with like her submission holds and her limb targeting, that's kind of just like naturally like a heel tendency, and she's so fucking good with it. So from that respect, I think it was a really good decision to turn her heel. I just wish it didn't have the cartoon shtick, I guess, stuck to it. But yeah, no, picking her as a heel makes sense to me.
All right. So since I drafted 2 people from the $100,000 tier, now I am at 2,450,000 left. You are at 4,300,000 still. What are you gonna do next?
Yeah, I kind of pivoted a bit from my strategy when I saw what you were doing. So I might just go back and put it back on track, just because I'm gonna get confused if I don't. So I'm gonna pick one of my superstars now. I was actually going to pick this person first, but when I saw what you did, I was like, oh, okay, I can wait a bit. So, but now I want to pick her just because I'm going to forget, and I don't want to forget to pick her. So I'm picking Hazuki as a heel.
Oh, okay,
and
that's good. That's good.
The reason is, I wanted to So the reason why I was going to pick her first is because I wanted to set the tone for my fucking promotion, you know? I wanted you to know how big my balls were, but, you know, I kind of held off a bit. But yeah, she would be, by the way, my top heel in the promotion. I would push her to the moon. She'd be at the top of the card. And even though she's at 500k and not in the ace category, I think she does have that potential. The best thing about Hazuki as well is she doubles up as a coach. Mm-hmm. And she is one of the few of the superstars, the second tier, that does that. She's also under 30. I think she's underexposed in that top heel role. Obviously, I don't think she's really played it. And I think she can also work well with pretty much any style. So like hard hitting, high speed. She could even probably do even a King's Road style, like any style of wrestling my promotion wanted to do. She could fit into that role. She's versatile. She's also charismatic enough to lead a unit, which obviously a top heel needs to do. And finally, she's from Kyushu. So I really like the idea of having a top talent outside of Tokyo. So obviously if she's playing a heel, we're not going to be having homecoming shows very often for her because she'll be a heel, but the possibility is always there to have a big show in Fukuoka or whatever. And there is like a connection there with like Coco, who's obviously her home promotion. My Way is in Kyushu, Fukuoka. So I just kind of like that connection as well. If Hazuki was babyface, they could do some tag teams together, you know, some rookie vet tag teams. So just liking how she fits into my roster, basically.
Awesome. Yeah. I don't know if it's cool to talk down your picks, but
what?
There are reasons why I put Hazuki back a bit, on my tier list personally. I think she absolutely has the stuff to be a top star in any company, like ability wise, just like, charisma wise, like aura wise. She definitely has that. I agree. She's relatively high up there for me, but like if it comes for like trainers and stuff, there's a reason why I'd rather have like Chihiro Hashimoto, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that also implies there's a limit of one coach. So
I mean, there's not, but
yeah, I know exactly. So yeah, I'm not saying she's going to be the head coach. Just the fact that she can do some coaching in the dojo is good.
Okay. So your next pick, you still got one for this round.
Now I'm kind of back on track. So I find it kind of interesting so far. We don't have a lot of overlap. I think Sayaka Kurara was mainly has actually been the contested pick between us after, but we're kind of just doing our own jobs so far, which is kind of interesting, right? Because we have two completely different ways of either evaluating talent or like thinking of how to build a promotion out of them. Like normally on our podcast, right, or on the weekly show, we kind of have the same views on most talent, right? We're kind of like one brain is the joke between us. But in terms of building a promotion, we have very different views. And that's interesting to me. So, I'm going to start doing what you've done, which is you saying, you know, you built Ai Sakura to be your future ace. So I've drafted a few rookies, but I haven't drafted my rookie. Okay. So I want to draft my rookie just in case there's even a sliver of a chance you wanted to draft my rookie. And that's, of course, Celine Mizora from Seedling. I'm going to draft her as a face. So she's my favorite rookie. It'll kind of make sense when you see the roster later. But even now, with my current roster, I think she would even do well under Hazuki's wings. Just even in the dojo, coaching wise, I think she has that same sort of like attitude. So Celine Mizora kind of has like a badass attitude, and she needs badasses around her. You know, listen, this motherfucker, Laudatry, got shoot headbutt like 10 matches into her career. Okay? Sari is her favorite wrestler, so she probably saw Sari take a few shoot headbutts and was like, I want some of that. I want this cold killer in my promotion. So.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I did have a.
I thought you might
in my shortlist for rookies, but I intentionally didn't like do anything stupid and like draft her first or whatever just to make me mad. So
is that a Sayaka poke? Yeah.
So
I am actually turned on Sayaka, by the way. We've been speaking about this privately, but Sayaka's Cinderella performances have made me realize she's not just a good character worker with a good crowd connection. She's actually like a legit in-ring talent that's going to be... She's like really fucking good. So
I will say that she has been improving over like the last...
Absolutely.
Like 3 months or whatever. Maybe since the New Blood tag title run.
That's a really good shout.
I think that's when she really started picking it up more. But if you weren't into her in-ring before that, I can totally understand.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you still doubt her now, then you just gotta watch more closely, I think.
Exactly.
All right. Going into my 4th round, I have $2,450,000 left. I decided at this point I need some solid mid-card. I need some people who can like maybe even tag together or do stuff like that and be my tag team champions. Which means I'm going to draft 2 people from the $250,000 tier next. The first one will be Chi-Chi.
I'm a Barbie girl.
Obviously, she's the Barbie girl. She's awesome. She's going to be a face. She's amazing. She's one of the most promising talents for the future of Joshi, I think, if she doesn't go to the US or do anything stupid like that. I don't think we need to talk too much about Chi-Chi. Everybody knows
we
her.
talk about her.
Everybody loves her. And I think together with Chi-Chi, I think I want to have Hina here. You already had Rina, but I'm going to get her sister and I'm going to split them up. They are going to be the anchor of my mid-card, upper mid-card to even challenging to the main title level, you know? They're both going to be faces and maybe they're going to be my tag team champions. They look good together as a team, I think.
That's an interesting tag team. I would never have thought of that.
They both have pretty hair.
They do both have good hair. Cool. Right, so you've just dipped below 2 mil.
I am left with $1,950,000.
And you've got 6 wrestlers on your roster.
You see. That's going to make sense,
okay.
Maybe.
Yeah,
if any rookies are left by the end, it might
if
make
any.
sense.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to pick. I'm having to do. It's kind of interesting. I've had to do a lot of pivots from what I thought. It's like roughly the same wrestlers, but in a completely different order than what I had planned. And I guess it's because I'm seeing your draft evolve, and I'm like, okay, now I need to pick this person because I think it's coming up for you. You see what I mean? So I'm going to jump ahead of where I thought and pick another rookie, and I'm gonna pick Anakinaya as a face.
Oh, yep.
See, I wasn't actually going to, and now I've seen your draft. I'm like, I'm going to pick it out.
That was like my one region pick I had in mind too.
Yes. So literally, she is the premium Okinawa talent, right?
Yes.
And obviously, a lot of promotions either don't run Okinawa. So Okinawa is obviously the island off the like south of Japan, like south of Kyushu on the west side, and they either don't run it or they only run 1 or 2 like big shows like back to back on back-to-back days or something like that. So I kind of like the idea of at least doing like 1 tour stop in Okinawa and featuring Anakinaya as a premium talent there. Kind of makes sense, especially as she gets better and better, right? As a rookie, obviously you're not going to put her in the main event, but I mean, you could do like some tag main event or something for like a house show in Okinawa, right? So anyway, I just like the idea of that, but that's not the main reason. That's just kind of a bonus. She's a great young talent, and I like the idea of the young talent I've picked so far, kind of mixing it up. I kind of feel like if you have too many vets and not enough youngsters, they'll just lose all the time. And I know some promotions do that, but I kind of want youngsters to kind of beat each other and build rivalries and storylines over the course of the promotion. So I want them to grow together from the start. And I think that's one of the interesting aspects of like the Stardom 6 or Stardom 7, if you include Fuwa-chan, growing together and having interacting storylines. Like being part of the rookie class, the same rookie class, I think it gives you a storyline to go back to, even if you're creatively devoid like Marigold, you can always come back to that. So it's like a push red button, like an emergency button. Yeah, something like that. So,
No, that's good.
Next.
We do have both very young rosters so far.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, what do we talk about every week on the podcast? We talk about how good. There's so many good youngsters in the Joshi scene. I feel like that is probably not even drilled enough into a lot of people that watch Joshi. It is fucking incredible. Like I say it all the time, Tim, right? If I had a fucking time machine, 5 to 10 years in the future, some of these talents are going to be incredible. So right now we're in the era of, Hashimoto, Miyu Watanabe, Suri, Saika Matani, all of our aces. How many fucking aces are we going to have in 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, exactly.
Or like superstars.
Crazy.
Like you can see the trajectory for so many of them. So yeah, it kind of makes sense we have young rosters. And in that vein, I think I'm going to do one more diversion because I think you're going to pick her.
Oh no.
And again, I was going to do this later, but I don't actually know if you're going to pick her. So I'm going to pick Shan Shan as a face.
Okay.
I don't know if that was an okay, I'm safe for. Yeah. There are a lot of rookies, right? So there's still so many good ones on the table, but I wanted to pick Shan Shan so she's one of the best young talents. And I also love that I've selected my first gaijin because, she's from Taiwan. So technically she's a gaijin. And it does open up some tours of Taiwan, like in collaboration with New Taiwan Wrestling or Puzzle Pro. So obviously I wouldn't send the whole roster there because I'd lose money on plane tickets because they're small venues. But, just a subset of the roster with like Shan Shan in the main event. That kind of speaks to me. I really like the outreach that Diana do. And I don't know if a lot of people know about that, but they're partnered with New Taiwan. They're also partnered with Hokuto Pro in Hokkaido. They're also partnered with Wrestle Bingo, which is Risa Sera's new promotion in Hiroshima. That is something that I really love about the scene, to be honest. That connectivity, that tissue, the connective tissue. So Shan Shan is a part of that plan as well, along with Ann Kanaya in Okinawa, Coco and Hazuki in Kyushu. I liked this aspect of the regions. I know it's for fun, but this is just how I liked to see the core of my roster. And also, she's just an awesome young talent. So
Yes. No, obviously she was in my plans, in my later plans though. So,
yeah.
I mean, she was high in my rookie rankings for who I want to draft first, but, she wasn't the next picks that I wanted to have, and I thought you were going there. So
yeah,
I still have those.
So just an update on my roster, I guess. So I got Saika Kurara, Coco, Kikia Furusawa, Double Rina, Hazuki, Celine Mizora, and Kanai and Shan Shan. That's a lot of young people, but I need some more mid-carders. I think the only person in my roster that I can safely have in like the mid-card, upper card, like the Double Rinas, Hazuki, and then maybe Sayaka. So I'm going to need to start filling that out sooner or later. And
yes,
I've got 3.5 mil left. You've got 1.9.
Right.
And you're ahead of me on backroom staff as well. I have not picked my backroom staff yet.
That's true. So, you were talking about your aces in 5 to 10 years. I'm going further than that. I think I'm going to think about my aces for like 10 to 20 years.
It's Masahiro.
With my next two picks.
Go for it.
I'm not only gonna go for Masahiro. I'm gonna just I'm not gonna
That's so beast.
split her from her sister. I'm gonna get
You're gonna go for both?
I'm gonna get Masahiro and I'm gonna get Moe Hero for my future aces.
I love that. That's good.
Right.
I can't complain about that.
They are obviously two very, very young wrestlers. But if you go by like most promising wrestlers in the industry, they gotta be up there, near the top. For their age, like, it's incredible. If they get like drilled by Chihiro Hashimoto for the next 15 years, they're gonna be just fine to be the aces of my promotion then. You know what I mean?
Can we just like think about that for a sec? So, like, how many good, like, Rina started really young, right? Like, Stardom Rina?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many kid wrestlers are like Riho, I guess, is another one, right? From Choco Pro. I mean, there's so
Azumi,
many.
Obviously.
Azumi.
Starlight Kid.
When someone is good at like a child age, they're probably going to be a pretty good fucking wrestler when they're an adult. Okay. It's just a really high chance. So I know that people don't like to see Masahiro in like those 30 under 30 lists. So like, I guess shout out to, Wrestling Omikaze's John, who has put Masahiro on their list.
Nice.
So it kind of makes sense. Like, they are going to be good one day. She's less than 10 years old. How is she not going to be an amazing wrestler if she keeps at it, which is obviously the if. But in like 10 years, she's obviously going to be amazing.
Yes. And I think it helps her like psychologically and motivationally if she has an older sister with her in the promotion. I didn't want to split her.
Well, and also,
for that reason as well. And also Moe is just good as well. She's
Moe is
just
really,
really good. So, I'm thinking about making Moe a heel just for
spicy.
Maybe she can be like bully her sister around for a bit, you know.
Yeah, Massey is definitely a uber babyface.
Yes, I can't make her a heel. That's not possible. But I need more heels. I'm just seeing my.
That's the one thing I like about my roster. Like, I'm really comfortable with the heels on the top of the card, right? Double Rina and Hazuki.
That makes sense. Either way, I am left with 1,850,000, and you are next.
Yes. So I'm too scared to let this slide. So I'm just going to secure her now because she's my everything, my love, my one and only. I will draft Venny as a heel.
Hell yeah.
And, you know, I guess everyone knows about her. But so more specifically, she's one of the parts of the puzzle in working with Celine Mizora. I kind of want to build Celine Mizora as my ace in like 5 to 10 years. I think she can get to that level. And in general, I just like also Venny being like the wall in the mid and upper card. So you spoke about Hashimoto being, you know, a good wall, maybe at the top of the card for someone who wants like a top world belt. That kind of makes sense. Yeah, I think she's even doing it with like Manami and Yurika Oka right now in Sendai Girls, right? So I kind of also want a mid card wall for all of my rookies, right? Someone that you can just book Venny against Coco, right? Venny against Kikyo Furusawa. And they're going to show really good babyface performances. Venny's obviously an amazing wrestler. So I watched the Sendai Girls doc where she's like, you know, wrestling. She's doing the training sessions that you spoke about, the Hashimoto training sessions. And she's just, she's doing it with Yuna because obviously Yuna like idolizes Venny. Venny is just a really good wrestler that can also, she's not classified as a coach. Oh, by the way, yeah, I forgot to mention, I think the only coach I've picked is Hazuki. So that's why I haven't mentioned it. But I just like Venny there to sort of nurture the younger talent, but specifically Celine Mizora. And she's already doing that right now in Seedling. So that connection, I love that. And I also just think it picks up the average match quality of my promotion a fuck ton just by having Venny, because she's incapable of having bad matches. Like, when's the last really bad Venny match, or even bad Venny match that you saw, right? It just doesn't happen very often. Yeah, so I just wanted to
easily be an ace.
Yes, and exactly. If I need to put the title on her, or if I need her to feud with a top babyface, which it doesn't look like I have right now, then she can do that. So that's one of them. And now the other part of the puzzle for really unlocking Celine Mizora, I'm going to pick. I know you're not going to pick her, but I just want to get it over and done with now. I'm going to pick Manami Katsu as a face from the 250k tier. So,
nice.
Regular listeners know, yeah, they know how much I love Manami. In particular, I think she has a lot of versatility in the role she can play. So, she was like a cold-hearted, emotionless, steely figure in Ice Ribbon for like much of 2025. And then Misa Kagura came along and she kind of cracked open the shell a little bit. And then Kaho Matsushita's kind of like fully broken it open, right? And now she's working babyface. But she can work both sides. I've seen it. And as I said, more importantly, I want Celine Mizora to be nurtured by talent that I think fits her best and mold her into the wrestler I know she can be. And Manami Katsu and Venny are two of the wrestlers that Celine Mizora 100% should be working with. And they've also tagged together in real life as well, in reality. So, And it also firms up my mid card a bit now as well. So that's kind of what I was looking to do.
For sure. All right. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I have $1,850,000 left.
That is funny.
In my mock draft, at this point, I had about $1 million left, maybe $1,050,000.
Oh, so you probably go on.
So I just went way harder earlier on, even than that, yeah, and yeah. I'm even like this. I'm like 1 million ahead of you, so that's kind of funny. What did you want to say?
No, I was just going to say you probably did more superstars in your mock draft, I guess.
Yeah, I thought they would be more contested, but since you went easy on those, I kind of eased up on that. So
They're so expensive. That's why.
yes, it's kind of true. It's a difficult tier. Somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Because I tried some of them and I was like, wait, I've got no fucking money for like the rest of my roster. So like, this is my roster. And I kind of wanted, I guess, spoiler, but it's kind of obvious now from my strategies. I didn't want a roster of just like 5 or 10 people, right? I wanted a well-rounded roster, good for the future, can have some mid-carders now and some top of the card now. But yeah, I just wanted to go more for the cheaper ones with more potential rather than all the superstars.
Absolutely. And I'm going to continue to go a bit lower.
Pillaging the 50k tier.
Not necessarily, but more grabbing like some of these diamonds in the rough that just need to be shaped by Chihiro Hashimoto and that I can easily see to be a future ace in any promotion. And with that, I am gonna pick Nanami Hatano from the 100,000 tier. I think Nanami is really like, I think it's really underrated how good of a wrestler she has become, and just like how I think just in a way of her charisma, her stature, her size as a wrestler as well, and like the way and her aura, just like I mean, I've seen her as a 16-year-old and I've seen her now, and the way she developed in these couple of years is crazy to me, and I think she can, like, sky's the limit for her. If she gets the right mentoring from Chihiro and Tam Nakano, then she is gonna be up there in a couple of years. So that's why I think she's one of these like very, I guess, hidden talents in a way that not enough people are paying attention to.
Diana is like the least covered it doesn't even get pirated, okay? Right. I don't know, for some reason it is the least covered Japanese independent promotion by far, even though they have their own dojo, right? They have collaborations with other promotions, they have a solid young roster, right? You've mentioned Nanami's 19 and she's like their 1B ace with Haruka Umasaki being the 1A ace, and Haruka Umasaki is what, like 25 or something? It does always surprise me how little people talk about them, and Nanami is one of those talents for sure. She's great. I think the only thing about Nanami is maybe her selling sometimes. Like, in terms of, like, she can go a bit wooden during her matches.
Yes. I mean, obviously, she still has holes in her game.
I mean, she's 19.
I'm not saying she doesn't. Yes, exactly.
So.
But she has the potential. That's what
Absolutely.
I mean, that's why she's in $100,000 tier, not in a $500,000 tier.
Yep,
you know?
absolutely.
If she was the perfect seller. Speaking of perfect selling. One person I would like to see working with Tam Nakano for a couple of years and then be the greatest underdog babyface of all time.
Miku Kanai.
Exactly. I'm gonna pick Miku Kanai for my next pick. Which
also
is also
got the
kind of...
Chi-Chi connection as well.
Yes, Chi-Chi connection. Yes, maybe I should have picked Suri earlier. Maybe, if I planned with that. They're gonna be fine. They're gonna be just fine with Chihiro. Obviously, like, people who listen to the podcast know that I'm a big Miku Kanai fan and supporter, and I think she can be a great babyface in peril. And just great to strengthen out your mid card.
Tim.
What?
What's going on with your heel situation?
It's gonna get there.
Okay.
I mean, top of the card is all heels, you know. So.
I mean, you got Saya Kamitani and Chihiro Hashimoto, and then your big mid-card heel is Ryoseta, who I love, but...
Look, you have 4 heels, I have 4 heels. I have only one pick more than you, so you're not...
Yeah, okay, but my heels are like...
Yet, you know?
My heels are like all mid-card, upper-card, that's all.
I'm gonna pick some, okay?
Yeah, you're gonna get that.
Relax.
Yeah. I'm on 2.8 mil. I've got no backroom staff, and I've got one coach, which is just Hazuki, really. Who I don't really think is head coach material. So that's where I am. State of play. I've got 11 wrestlers, 7 faces, 4 heels. I am going to pick next. I want to draft more heels, and I'm going to continue the same strategy as I want a roster that I know will pay dividends in the future. And not only that, but they can also go right now. So It's like two-pronged, I guess, strategy. And the best person for that is Azusa Inaba as a heel.
It's true.
So that's 250,000, so quite an expensive one, but that's because I think she's a premium talent. I've already spoken, I think we spoke about it last week, how high I am on her. I think it was the Hina match, right? Was it Hina? It was, right?
Yes.
Yeah, in Cinderella, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So I think she can...
Amazing.
Yes, exactly. It was incredible. And I think she can legitimately become a top heel in the promotion. I know there's a lot of people like, I guess the Rina obviously can as well. So I've also got the Rina and Azusa tag team as well, which I kind of thought about and wanted to pair them together. Obviously Hazuki can play a baby face to make space at the top of the card for a heel. Like if Rina gets super hot or if Azusa gets super hot. So yes, I would also like to have her like before that happens, right? While she's growing the next like medium term, like next couple of years, I can see her having a really strong feud with Sayaka Kurara. So Sayaka Kurara, the babyface, Azusa Inaba, the heel. That'd be like a really great, like, you know, third from the top card like on a big show. So yeah, that's why I've gone with Azusa.
Oh yeah.
And now
she's, by the way, if I may say real quick, she's one that I am kind of skeptical of our placements of. If I look at some people in the $100,000 tier, if Azusa isn't still 100,000 as well, honestly.
Azusa was 250.
So, yes, I would have put her in 100, but I trusted you on that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're lower on Azusa than me, and I'm lower on Tomoka than you. That's kind of how we've always been. Yeah,
kind of. But I see like Kokuma in the 100 tier and people like that. I think they're above Azusa for now, but I get her potential is exactly limitless. So for that, she's like one of those really like key picks for the future. Absolutely.
Exactly. And I'm going to pick her JTO buddy. I'm going to pick Aoi. So I think Aoi is a face. She has unbound charisma. Unbound. Mm-hmm. Probably one of the most charismatic wrestlers in the scene. I think she could do some huge merch sales. I also think she's versatile in that she can work either face or heel, and she would just slot straight into my mid-card, upper-card. So, as I mentioned, I went early drafting a lot of like younger talent, rookies. So now I'm just really shoring up my mid-card while, you know, Celine and Kanaya, Shan, Coco and Kikyo, they're kind of like cooking up underneath the surface, like lower down the card. But Aoi, straight into the mid-card, upper-card. She can even challenge for titles easily. So that was another, was that 100k? I think it was 100k. Yes, it was. No, 100K.
I think she was also.
Whatever it was, even if it was sure right now. So I'm on 2.3 mil after that, and you're on 1.65.
I think she was also 250 because we were at 2.8 before.
Okay,
if I remember correctly. All right, I am at 1.65. I think I need to grab into the superstar bucket now.
Ooh, I'm very curious about how we've gone on the superstar bucket.
It's so weird, right? And I still really
it's
can't
such a hard
decide.
category.
It's such maybe not actually. Maybe I should look at the other tiers too. You know, initially I really wanted two people from the superstar tier, but that's the
500k tier, by the way, for context.
Yes, that would cost me another $1 million.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna do it though. Should I? Is that smart? Is that smart? It's like the last thing for my like upper tier. I think I'm gonna draft two superstars. Which is gonna be, one is gonna be Mei Suruga.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't think you would have picked her out of all of the superstars, so that's interesting.
I think Mei Suruga is just one of the most innovative and greatest like belt wrestlers going. I think she's absolutely incredible. I think she can do any role. That's why I'm gonna start her in as a heel for now. She's gonna be a little Kremlin heel, and she's gonna bully around the rookies however she wants. And I think she's just really underrated. She's just incredibly great, and she's still young too, right? I mean, she's had a couple of years on her. She's quite the veteran herself, but can still go for a long time, I think. So that's good.
The 0-1 match where she was just going at Miku, that was kind of eye-opening for me, because I don't watch the Ichigaya Chocolate Square Choco Pro, so I don't know how often she does that heel persona. It was the first time I've seen it. I was like, oh fuck, she is like insane. She can do anything.
She can. And I think to accompany her, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that now. I'm gonna maybe see if it's still available later. I think I need more veterans who can also be healed and aren't expensive.
Yep.
So now I think I'm gonna pull the trigger on Anthem.
You motherfucker!
All right, now I got you. I got you back now.
That's actually worse than the Sayaka Kurara one.
Really? Yeah. You had her hidden there for a reason. I thought so.
No. Well, okay. Yeah, no. You talk about why you picked her.
I just think she's a really great wrestler. Like, just the match, I never saw too much of her, but whenever I do see her, I saw her live in Korakuen Hall, and she really convinced me there. Just her live, I'm not gonna say live show charisma, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. She's very charismatic.
Her aura live, she's very charismatic. She's a great worker. I don't know why she doesn't pop up more on other promotions and other shows, but I think for she's a 7-year veteran, I think.
Yeah.
She has a lot to give to these rookies, I think, and
she's still young as well.
A very valuable person.
I think she's below 30.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, I assumed so. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think she's a top heel in that 50k category. So I was gonna obviously pick her. Actually, she was one of the ones I was excited to pick, to be honest, because I think she's probably one of the best and most underrated workers on the independent scene, and that's why she was in the 50. That's why she was in the 50k tier, by the way. It's because she doesn't have any name value really, but she is such a great worker, and more people should try and seek out her matches. I think she's probably she's better as a heel for sure. I don't even know how she has worked babyface, but her heel work is just so convincing. She's got awesome buzzsaw kicks. She's so good at bullying people. So if she drops the bad butt stuff, she can just have top matches. Like, she can literally have the best match on the card on any given night, even with your roster.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you mean, even with my roster?
No, because your roster's got a lot of good workers. I'm saying even on that stacked roster, Anchan could stand out. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Go fuck yourself.
That's life.
Yeah. So
we can trade. I give a
you motherfucker. Trade Sayaka for Ancham. Sorry, I actually thought about it for a second. I do love Ancham so much. No, that would be giving you too much. Then you have the Tam Sayaka connection. Yeah, that's way too much. And Aya Sakura. Okay. Fuck that. No, fuck you. All right. So now I'm in a bit of a different phase of my drafting. I'm kind of filling it out with more of the middle categories still, like the 250s and the 100s. So I'm going to go for what I think is a premium pick in the 250 category, and another heel for my roster, but she could easily play a babyface as well. So I feel like I'm getting a really good balance of things, and I've also got a really good balance of heel kind of vets that can, have great matches with these rookies as well. And one of the key defining things about some of the heels I've picked, aside from Veni, is they can lose, right? Oh, well, Veni and Hazuki, because Hazuki would be at the top of the card. But I want people to be able to lose, have upset wins. It's kind of boring if someone just wins all the time and they can't get beat. So I'm going to pick Riko Kawahata as a heel. I thought about Bazilla, but it was I feel like Bazilla can only be booked in a certain way, which is super effective, the way Stardom have booked her, right? but it wasn't versatile enough for me, because I've used that word a lot with my roster, right? Like versatility, like being able to like plug and play. It's kind of like a style that I want to build. I don't want to be locked into a certain style or like certain people and stuff like that. And to me, like Rico is extremely, extremely talented and versatile. So I actually think she's really underrated, to be honest. I know people know she's good. I just rate her like as one of the best talents, to be honest.
All right.
Do you agree with that, with Rico?
I think you're a bit higher on her than I am generally. But she's definitely a really good worker. You know, I mean, that's not exactly her fault, but like, what kind of always puts me off on Rico is her stupid fucking Muta's daughter gimmick. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be booking her in the Great Sequoia gimmick. That's for sure.
That's
okay. No, for sure.
I would think about that. Maybe you should do that.
All right, then I'm gonna go for what category are in there? They're in the 100k category. Need some more faces. I'm kind of heel heavy right now. More specifically, I need some more mid-card faces, because I got a lot of rookie faces, obviously, right? But I just want someone a bit higher up the card that can take on all of these insane heels that I've drafted. So I'm going to pick Echika Miyavi.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
I basically wanted a tool who doesn't need to be extremely pushed and can be in the mid-card, have great matches, can be pinned.
At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Studies show that 100% of everybody in the world wants to curl up indoors and do nothing because it's so darn cold out there. That's why many people are turning to Bombas, whose pillowy plush slippers and warm merino wool socks have been said to be the most comfortable in the history of feet. Bombas products have been found to boost coziness by up to 1,000,000%. Okay, enough fake statistics, but could Bombas socks and slippers really be the cure? Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.
And has a lot of potential. And also, so she's a face. Sorry, you better as well. She can also have comedy matches.
Sorry.
And I think that's kind of important, right? To be able to have a different variety of matches. Again,
Right.
Versatility. Versatile young talent who can be face or heel. So that's why I picked her.
That makes sense. Absolutely. For my next pick, I'm surprised she hasn't come up yet. So I think I'm gonna just grab her now, because obviously she is a young talent with infinite potential. She fits into my roster from the standpoint that she can work with Chihiro Hashimoto a lot and get like even better. She has been shouted out a lot at like the best rookie going. Does she still count as a rookie? Probably not, but I mean, Senka Akatsuki is still on the list, so I'm just gonna grab Senka here, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make her... Nah, she's a face. She can't
She's
be
a
here
face.
right now. Okay, for my next pick, I'm gonna do something maybe a bit unexpected. I'm gonna go back to the backstage personnel for now. She can also function as a ring worker, of course, but I'm gonna draft next the legendary Jaguar Yokota. I'm just gonna give you a list real quick of who she trained, of who came out of her school of wrestling. She trained Akira Hokuto, Manami Toyota, Aja Kong, Bull Nakano, Bison Kimura, Kyoko and Takako Inoue, Megumi Kudo, Mima Shimoda, Sumi Sakai, Combat Toyota, and that's not the end of the list. And if you consider who these people in return trained, I think Jaguar Yokota's influence is on pretty much every single Joshi wrestler who's going right now. So she is an invaluable option for training backstage if she picks up. I don't know if she's currently involved in training, but
I didn't categorize her as a coach because I don't think she's training Diana, but I could be wrong.
But I think she can be at least like give tips and be in there.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Maybe I'm just gonna give her a raise and say, please train my wrestlers as well. If she,
I mean, she's definitely there as a vet presence. She doesn't need to be a coach to be helpful to people, right?
Yeah, she is a veteran. She has wrestled in every decade for 6 different decades. She has been wrestling for 49 years. She knows the business in and out. She knows everything about it. She started her own promotion in the past. She sold promotions. She knows the business from a financial standpoint, from a touring standpoint. She is going to be a very valuable person for me, backstage for my promotion as, just promoter, booker, trainer, everything. And obviously she can do very fun matches still too with, just going to put her in with the young rookies and she's going to bully them a bit as my veteran heel. That is my pick. That is why I picked Jaguar Yokota. I think it makes sense. I'm left with 750,000. You are left with 1,950,000. So what is your next picks?
Okay. I was going to say, I'll cut this out. Wait, 21, 25. I actually haven't got her as anything but a wrestler right now, by the way. So do you want to change that? Do you think she should be? Because I've just gone by what they do now, really, rather than what they did in the past. But I obviously can change it if you think they should be. But right now she's only down as a wrestler, so she won't add to your counts, basically, on those other things.
I mean, I don't really care about the counts. I just think
but presumably we're going to show these counts to people. So if you want it to be more accurate and you're going to use her like that, we can change it, is what I'm saying.
Well, if she's not actively doing that, I think it's probably wrong to put her as that.
Okay, but everything you said still
I think it's still true. I think I can still have her as an advisor.
Yeah,
I'm still going to have her on my roster as my promotional advisor and
that's what vets are for.
Everything
right?
else, you know. Yes.
Cool.
Exactly.
So, I am going to, I think now, I don't think there's going to be much overlap.
Okay.
Which is interesting. I think we've sort of done the contested picks because I'm looking at who I'm going to go next and I just don't see you ever picking them. And again, I think that highlights how diverse the talent pool is, that we can have almost 2 separate rosters that both look kind of crazy to me. Because I'm looking at your roster, it's kind of crazy. Obviously, I love my roster because I picked it. And I'm just going to keep doubling down on my strategy of going for cheaper talent who can slot easily into the mid card and be versatile. So I'm going to pick Kreia from Pure J as a heel. So I rate Kreia super high. She was in her heel persona in Ice Ribbon is Bad Butts. I would 100% drop that immediately and just have her as a full-on, hard-hitting, stiff-working heel. You know, delayed German suplexes, 6 strikes, the whole 9 yards, because I've seen her do that when she works as a babyface in Pure J. She's another great mid-card wall for people who can be beaten, right? I don't need to book Kreia at the top of the card. She still hasn't won the Pure J openweight title in 7 years. And I can also heat her up and just push her for a white belt level. And again, that versatility is really important to me. And I think it's also important for the rookies to have these types of matches and to overcome these hurdles in the mid card. I think that's when you have a rookie or someone young beat people like this. I do think it's one of those moments. It's it does elevate those younger talent, right? So, she's a vet of 7 years and and it's another heel because I drafted a few baby faces recently. Cool. And then I have one more pick and I'm sort of zigzagging with my heel and face and I'm going to do it again. This one, maybe I could have seen on your list. So I'm basically going with Timu Starlight Kid for 1/10 of the price, which I think is a bargain. I think she's an excellent young talent and it's Honoka as a face. So obviously Honoka is a masked wrestler with Wave. And I think she's also someone that I would probably not put at the younger level with Anna Kanai, Shan and Celine. She would be more of a mid-card level as well.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Honoka is awesome. I would have liked to have her on my team. But, can't have everything. So, I think I'm still not gonna go straight to the rookie roster. register. What's it called? Category.
Yeah.
Because I think they're still like, I mean, are they underrated? The next ones are gonna be like some like, what should I call it? Passion picks maybe for me, because
I've kind of
really
done those,
like
right?
them. Yeah, you have done a lot of those too. One person I really liked when I saw her live, which immediately made her like shoot up in my rankings, I guess.
I know.
And who just recently came back to wrestling. She's not one of the younger wrestlers, but maybe that also helps to have a bit more like
You
experience.
motherfucker.
Who is it?
Yuka.
It is Yuka. Did you want Yuka?
Of course I wanted fucking Yuka. It's Yuka.
I almost thought she was a bit high with 100,000 because she like literally just came back from like a 9-year hiatus or whatever.
Yeah,
it was.
but too much potential, right? She's so fucking good.
She's incredible. She is just, yeah. Everyone who doesn't know Yuka should definitely go out of their way to watch my Ice Ribbon and check her out. Absolutely fantastic, like just character work, a seller, everything. Can be an annoying heel, which I slotted her as now, but also can be a crazy underdog, babyface selling. Like her selling at Ribbon Mania was just so good to me. It was insane. And also a wrestler that is like a personal favorite for me, who gets kind of forgotten often probably because of the roster she's on. I mentioned her in our last episode. It is Chi Koishikawa.
Holy fuck off, man.
What?
These two, I'm not even joking, were my next two picks.
Are you serious?
They're literally in my round. I don't know what round we're in, but I've got them noted down for round 10. I've got Yuka as a face and Chi Koishikawa as a heel. So a bit swapped around from you, but that's fucking crazy.
You said on our last episode that you don't know enough Chi Koishikawa to really like rank her or anything.
And
so
I
thought
saw
you
that
weren't
match.
interested in her at all.
No. I saw that match and I was fucking captured. She was incredible in that tag match. She's still 27. I think she hasn't hit her ceiling. She's only been wrestling for 6 fucking years. I think she could be unleashed in a non-Choco Pro promotion.
She definitely could, yeah.
Sorry, that was my reason. What was your reason?
No, I just love her. Like, she's such a, I don't know, a bundle of happiness or whatever. I mean, she kind of worked heel on
She played the bully vet role and it was amazing.
Yes. But usually she's just the most entertaining and like funny person to watch running around the ring. She's just full of energy. There's no person in the world, I think, who has more energy, in her body to spare and to put in on a wrestling match. So she's, very great. I'm happy every time I see her wrestle. So I wanted to have her on my roster. So I got 3 people now that you wanted, and you got my top pick. So I think that evens out. Right?
I'm not good at winging it, and I'm gonna have to wing it because I'm gonna have to replace these picks. So, no, really good picks. Obviously, I guess I didn't talk about you, but yeah, Yuka is like the most annoying person in the universe, who is also just an unbelievably good wrestler. I think the most amazing thing about Yuka is quitting for 9 years and coming back as good as she was. Like, isn't that insane?
Yeah. Yeah, but I also think, didn't you think, like, in that Ribbon Mania match, she wasn't really the annoying heel? She was more like an underdog face, and she
Absolutely.
did that just as expertly.
Yep, no, I mean, I don't know if you remember, well, I think it was, maybe Kaze was sitting next to me, but I was wanting Karari to win, because it was a 3-way between Kaoru Kana, Kawa Matsushita, and Yuka for the title, because Minami Katsu had fever and she had to vacate. And I started with Kaoru Kana, like cheering for Karari, because I didn't know Yuka. And quite literally, a couple minutes into that match, I was all Yuka. I was just screaming my lungs out for Yuka. She turned me almost instantly. And yeah, she wasn't an annoying heel at all in that face, so she can do it all.
Awesome.
Yeah, so big ups to Yuka and Chi Koishikawa. Right. Okay.
I feel bad now. I took so many
It's
picks.
okay.
I literally didn't know you wanted... Yuka I could have imagined, but Chi I didn't think you wanted it.
I thought she was a really solid 100k pick. I looked at the 100k list and I was like, I know she's going to be great. She's like really reliable, mid-carder, versatile. Yeah, so she was just a good pick in that category. So I'm going to keep going with my plan, and then maybe I'll just feel stuff out later because I can't think on the spot. So I'm going to pick...
Oh.
Go on.
No, I'm just looking at this rookie list and I'm going to take so much shit that you wanted, I think. Oh, God.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, our budgets are getting... Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. So I'm going to pick Ayame Sasamura from the 100k category.
Mm-hmm.
She is now maybe, the third or fourth person I've picked. That is, again, like a hidden gem of the independent scene. I absolutely love Ayame. I think she's a must-have at 100k, to be honest. She's hard-hitting, stiff strikes, and again, she's versatile. That keyword for my roster. She doesn't need to take up a top spot. You can move her around the card at ease, right? I think she's going to be facing... There's semi-finals in the seed tournament next Thursday, and she's in one of the semi-finals. And I'm pretty sure she's going to beat Nagisa Nozaki and then face Matsumoto for a title in April. I'd be surprised if that's not what they're doing. But the point is, like, you can put her for a title run whenever you want. She was a tag team champion in Seedling for a while. She kind of basically only works Seedling into AW. So that's why she doesn't have a big footprint. She's much like Ancham. She's really underrated. So I haven't added like a youngster here. I've added a sick worker in the mid and upper mid card.
Mm-hmm.
I'll add her as a face as well.
Makes sense. Yeah, face. Okay.
Now I'm going to pick another rookie because you've just scared me that you're going to pick all of my favorites, and I don't want that. So I'm going to pick one of my favorite rookies in Yukina Uehara from Actress Girls. I'm going to pick her as a face.
Mm-hmm.
So she has an insane amount of potential, actually. And I think she could be also really popular if pushed and marketed correctly. She's incredibly attractive, respectfully. She's charming. She's confident as fuck. And she's kind of tall for a Joshi. She's 170 centimeters, right? So just a lot of marketability in that sense. She's also got insane kicks. And the main thing I love about Yukina Uehara is she's fiercely competitive, okay? And now if you look at my roster, how many hungry young talent I have, right? I think this is the sort of promotion she would fucking thrive in. She would want to eat up Coco, Kikyo Furusawa, Sayaka. I can imagine them having, a face and heel dynamic that would be pretty good. Shan-Chan and Kanaya. Yukina will want to just beat the shit out of all of these other rookies. And I think that's good competition for everyone as well. So yeah, I'm going to pick her as a heel as well.
All right. Oh, heel. Okay.
I think, wait, what category was she in? I don't even know. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I didn't pay attention. I think she was 50.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I
Should
wanted
be
to
50,
go for
right?
it as well. Yeah.
So I'm going to piss you off now. Maybe I'm going to piss more people off now. I'm going to pick a wrestler that I've maybe seen 2 matches of. I'm mostly going to pick her off like those 2 matches and maybe her reputation in general.
I swear to God, don't you if it's who I think it is, I'm actually going to go ballistic.
Oh shit. I'm scared now. Should I really pick her? Is it too mean if I do that? I don't know. I kind of want her though. Okay, let me give you one more chance. I'm gonna pick first a wrestler that is relatively low, I think, tiered. We're both not big fans of her. That's probably why she's so low. But she's a solid mid-card worker. She's been wrestling for a long time. Has been improving recently, I think. She has a massive big boot. She does well as a giant on your roster. She's very tall. She is called Lady C, and she's from Stardom. So I'm gonna take her as a heel.
As a heel? Ooh, spicy.
I mean, sure. I don't think she has much charisma either way, to be honest.
That's why I would have her as a babyface, because I don't know if you agree, but like, in my opinion, heels need as like a requirement to be charismatic or some aura about them.
Really?
Yeah,
I think it's easier to be a heel.
Yeah, it's easier to show your personality of charisma or aura, I guess. And I just don't think she has any. I guess that's why I'm saying that. But yeah, it is easier to show it if you have it.
I think she's just like this super tall woman. She can just be this like tower that
yeah, sure.
People have to climb and fail over and over because she's just too massive of a wrestler for like the rookies to overcome. She kind of can have this mid-card role as like a mid-card heel where like the younger wrestlers try to beat her and fail. And die to a big boot. Okay, well now that I'm not gonna pick the one I want.
You can if you want. I don't want to scare you off of it.
No, it's fine. I see another one who's wait, where is she? No, she is in rookie tier. Okay, she's one of my secret special little guys that I've been talking about. She hasn't been really convincing me lately, but she used to. I mean, lately more, but like. Initially, when she came into Stardom, she wasn't that impressive. But I think she's gonna get there. It's Kyoka Kotatsu.
Interesting.
I think she can be a good worker, a good kicker, and if she works with Tam Nakano enough and Chihiro Hashimoto in the dojo, 2 years in the dojo, and she's gonna be just fine in the mid card. What did you say?
Kids uncaged. That's how it goes. 2 years in the dojo, and the kid's finally uncaged.
Yeah. Exactly. So, okay. I'm left with 450,000, by the way. You are at 1,550,000.
So, yeah, let's do a quick state of play. So, you have 18 wrestlers, 9 faces, 9 heels. Nice. 3 coaches, 0 promoters, 2 creative staff, one of which is Tam Nakano. Who's your other one? I'm just thinking, who have you got? Oh, did I put Daichi as creative? Oh yeah, I did. So you got Daichi and Tam Nakano in the creative, and then you got one referee who's obviously Daichi, and 450,000.
Well, the promoter is me, right? We are the promoters of our promotion,
aren't we? Well, let's let the voters decide that. I don't really know. Maybe?
Yeah. Maybe. I think I have like a lot of veterans. I have Daichi and Chagra to give me tips, and I'm gonna just be the promoter. I haven't really planned for a specific promoter.
That's fine. If you just need to make your appeal to the voters that they believe in Tim Hunter being the promoter of this promotion. And I've got, and then region-wise, just because why not, it's fun. You've got 9 from Kanto, which is the Tokyo region, 2 from Kansai, which is where Osaka is, and 5 from Chubu, which is like where Shizuoka, Nagoya, all of that stuff is, like the middle of the country. And then 0 from everywhere else. So what you said was correct, that you weren't going to think about it. And then for me, I have 19 wrestlers, so 1 more than Tim. I've got 11 faces and 8 heels. I've only got 1 coach, and it's still Hazuki. So I've got 0 promoters, 0 creative, 0 referees, and I've got 1.55 million left. For regions, I've got a whole spread, 6 from Kanto, 2 from Kansai, 4 from Chubu, 2 from Kyushu, 1 from Tohoku, so that's north, like Iwate, Mirai country, Michinoku Pro, whatever. And then I've got 1 from Hokkaido, 0 from Chikoku, which is like Okayama, Hiroshima area. I've got 0 from Shikoku because there's only 2 wrestlers in the entire pool from Shikoku Island. So that's the Ehime Island, like south of Hiroshima, off the coast of Kansai. Yeah, there's just not a lot of wrestlers from there. And I've got 1 from Okinawa and 1 Gaijin. So, right, let's continue. So.
Oh, Shanchan a Gaijin?
Yeah, Shanchan's a Gaijin, yeah.
Okay.
So I hope, I don't know if you're going to pick her, but it kind of sounded like you were doing that from the fact that you said you've only seen 2 matches. I was genuinely going to pick her next. And if you had done that 3 times in a row,
I didn't want our podcast to fall apart.
Yeah, no, it would have been Yuka, Chi, and then I've gone with Anri. Was it Anri?
Yes, it was. Anri.
Oh my, I would have actually gone crazy. Holy fuck.
I think she's awesome, man.
She is awesome. So Anri was basically on track to be a Rookie of the Year candidate, but she kind of had an unfortunate injury. In my opinion, she was still in the mix anyway. She's also not young. She's like maybe mid to late 20s. So it's not, it's not like I got like a bunch of 18-year-old rookies everywhere. So she is technically still a rookie, but she's kind of older than the rest of the roster. So, just a bit more life experience. She's also just someone who gets wrestling. She mastered the fundamentals very early in her career. She actually had a title match with Natsuki a couple months into her career, right? And that match is great. It is insane to have a match for the top title in a few months and actually perform well in it, to be honest. She also decides to do a bunch of cool shit early on in her career on top of that rookies don't normally do. Like, she's got this flying head scissors, which like becomes a schoolboy, and I don't know how to call it. Like, whenever I write a review of the show, I'm just like flying head scissors into a schoolboy, which is obviously not the move name. You just can't describe some of the stuff she does. She's super smooth and clean in the ring. She's also a good rival for Yukina. So there is like an actress girls link here in that they currently have a storyline where it's like the first person to win a belt in the promotion. So I kind of like that I've drafted them both, which is what would have annoyed me even more if you had picked her. So I like this rivalry in like the lower to mid card between Yukina and Anri. And again, a lot of potential from both of them. My roster is going to be like the best promotion in the world in like 5 years or something. So I've got some people in like the mid card, right? Like, on the upper card, like Rena's, Hazuki, Veni. But I still need some more, right? It's still kind of middle rookie heavy. So to follow that up,
heavy, yeah.
I'm going to pick a veteran. I'm also.
What was Anri, by the way? Did you?
Oh, sorry. Anri's going to be a face. Yeah. I don't even know what she'd look like as a heel, to be honest. Yeah. She's like a Pokemon. She's literally a Pokemon trainer. I guess she could be.
I mean, there's evil Pokemon trainers.
Konami. Konami. No, she's more like Ash, to be honest. So.
Yeah, true.
Right. So I'm going to follow up with a veteran presence. And this is when I'm starting to think about my backroom staff a bit more. And I'm also thinking about costs. I know I've got 1.5 million left, but who knows what type of roster I'm building? You know, what's that money for? So I'm going to draft Ayako Sato as a heel. So she's from Diana. She's instrumental in like the backroom office in Diana. She just turned 40. She's a really, really, really good veteran presence for my roster. I knew you wouldn't pick her, so I kind of left her late for that reason, but she is very important to my promotion. I want another veteran coach, so that's my second coach now. Like I mentioned, she happens in the Diana back office. I could have put her as a promoter and a creative assistant, but I didn't have confirmation, so I didn't. But I'm pretty sure she does that for Diana. So yeah, really influential vet in Diana, and I think she could mentor any of my up-and-coming heels. She could mentor Azusa Inaba. I know Azusa Inaba is really great, but she'd also do even better working with a veteran like Ayako Sato. Rina as well would, benefit greatly from working with Ayako Sato. So yeah, a key part of my promotion, but I just left her late because I knew you wouldn't pick her. And only 100k as well.
Cool. Oh, is it my turn?
Yes, 2 picks.
2 picks. Okay, let's get more into this rookie bucket over here. Is what I'm thinking right now. I think I'm gonna pick. This is gonna be controversial probably, amongst some of our listeners. Not for us as much anymore. I think we've come around on her. We've had our what should we say? Our turnaround when we learned more about her private life and how she came up and how she came to wrestling. I'm gonna pick Yuna from Sendai Girls because I think she's a very sympathetic figure in the ring and outside the ring. I think she, not the heel, her face. She can.
She just does some Darkness Revolution shit. That would be so bad.
I think she can appeal to a lot of the audience, to younger kids, stuff like that. She's a very, very sweet young woman who had it kind of rough in her teen years, and I think if I just give her a spot on my roster, that would be cool. And I think maybe she's not the kind of wrestler who will ever be like the world beater kind of fucking super ace 5-star match haver. But she has a spot. She can, like I said, she can appeal to a lot of people in the audience, I think. Okay, this might enrage you. Should I do it?
I mean, there's no way we've got overlapping picks anymore. I'll just tell you that.
You think?
Yeah.
Maybe one more.
Nah.
I'm gonna pick Honori Hana.
Thought about her, but yeah.
You didn't have her on your list? Okay.
No, but I definitely thought about her. She's one of the best in that bucket, for sure.
I'm actually gonna slot her in as a heel. She's just gonna be insane and beating the shit out of people.
So she's 50k by the way for reference. So
yes, yeah, and she's ruthless. She just does not give a damn about her body or anybody else's. I feel like whenever I watch her, and she's unhinged, and she's gonna, beat the crap out of some of these rookies on my roster. It's gonna be good.
I do wonder about her potential. Like, if she was in the roster you have, could she just be a fucking unhinged heel, just like wreaking havoc everywhere? Because obviously in Seedling, she's got like a lot fewer people to work with, and they only have shows like once a month. So I wonder, in a regularly touring company, she could probably tear shit up as a heel, right? Like, that might be her calling card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I am left with...
Go on.
Oh, sorry. No, I was going to move on to your pick.
Oh, I was just going to say, I mentioned Celine Mizora being headbutted 10 matches into her career. Honore Hanna is the person that did that, by the way.
That's kind of why I thought you may have wanted her, because she's in that triangle with like Vanny and...
Yeah, she is, for sure. Yeah.
In there, so... But I'm happy that you're not too mad about it. I got 350,000 left, by the way. You are still at 1,400,000. So please, you're next.
So, my next pick is from the 50k category, and it is a heel, and it's not a rookie. So it was kind of the same, sort of reasoning for Honore Hanna, but I wanted to do something a bit different. So with Honore Hanna, I'm not sure about it, right? She could do that, but I don't actually know if she could reach that level. It's a bit more like fantasy booking territory, which is fine. But there was a 50k person in the heel mid-card category that I know would be able to fulfill the role. So that's the only reason, right? So it's like potential versus I've seen this before. And that person is Haruka Ishikawa from Actress Girls. So I think she's the best heel I could find in the 50k category, who is still young. She's around, I think she must be like 25, 26 or something. She still has potential to grow. I really like her work in Actress Girls. She's one of those that isn't pushed, but she easily could be pushed. So this is more of a mid-card pick. I've got all of my rookies, so I just need to shore up my mid-card now on the top of the card, and she's someone that would slot directly into the mid-card. Again, she can lose, doesn't need to be pushed. Good. Right.
All right.
So, should I start picking some backroom stuff? I think I should. So, next up, I have a veteran of the scene. They also play multiple roles. Let me scroll down here. So, they're a wrestler and a coach. So, they wrestle very regularly. Say that again? Rossi.
So it's not Rossi.
No, it's not Rossi Agawa. He is not going to book my promotion. I am picking Leon from Pure J. So she's a veteran who started out in, I think she must have started out in JWP. But when JWP disbanded in 2017, she along with Command Bolshoi, started up Pure J. She can still go. So I love the idea specifically of pairing her up with Coco. So they're both the masked team, and she's the veteran masked wrestler, and she can take Coco under her wing as like her own little project. So we're nurturing Celine Mizora, we're nurturing Coco, and we've still got all of the other youngsters that I drafted mixing it up. The main thing about Leon is she's also a coach. So it's yet another one for my team. So now I'm up to 3 coaches, and I'm also liking the split of roles in this promotion. It feels balanced to me. And she's also, like I mentioned, another veteran as well. So I needed to bring up the average age of my roster a bit, and she's the perfect one to do it with, considering she's only 100,000. So.
Awesome. Cool. My next pick is sort of, I'm taking a chance on someone, and someone I have previously not liked very much. But there's changes, right? Everyone can change. I'm gonna pick Kaya Toribami.
Oh.
She recently announced that she is gonna change gimmicks, I guess.
Yeah.
A big reason why I never really liked her was basically her gimmick, because I thought like her mask looked bad. Like everything about her looked so low rent, and I've never really rated her work that much. But lately, whenever I've been watching TGPW, I think I have noticed a considerable improvement in Kaya Toribami. So I think there's room for improvement for sure in her. And I think she can get there. She can be a solid mid-carder. If she sheds the awful looking mask and just is a cool, like, I don't know what she's gonna be, a ninja gimmick or whatever she said.
We'll see.
She went to some ninja school.
Oh, did she say that? I actually don't know that.
Apparently, yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
also heard, I think John from Omakase said that she does stunt work, for movies or something.
I
So
didn't know that.
she went to like some stunt ninja school or whatever.
Oh no.
It sounded
I'm kinda scared
weird.
now.
It sounded weird. It might be a really bad gimmick, but I mean, I'm gonna take a chance on her. She's gonna be a face, whatever. She's gonna be whatever she needs to be. And other than that, one person from JTO that I always kind of rated. I haven't seen her in a couple of years. Last time I saw her, she had a couple of blunders in the ring, I gotta be honest. But when I first watched more JTO a couple of years ago, I always thought she was quite fun and cool. I'm picking Rhythm. I think she has also room up there to improve and become a solid mid-carder with the right direction from Tam Nakano and Chihiro Hashimoto. So that's not a problem for me. Cool masked wrestler if you've never seen her, and probably has a lot of appeal to the audience as well.
I just love how you drop that in every time. Yeah, I'm going to draft Eric, I think, under the tutorship of Chihiro Hashimoto and Tam Nakano, who can become one of them. That's fun. No, Rhythm's cool. I do like Rhythm, from what I've seen of her.
Yes.
It's also kind of funny you pick Kaya and Rhythm back to back, like the masked.
Yes, that's kind of how I
Okay. It was on purpose.
can see.
Right. I have 1.25 million left, and I still need some creative. I still need some referees. I still need some... I would like a promoter, to be honest. So I'm going to pick Commander Bolshoi from Pure J. So she's not currently wrestling. She last wrestled in 2020. She is the person that made Pure J, along with Leon. So I like that I have that connection still as part of my backroom staff. And she commands, no pun intended, a lot of respect, specifically also in the Kansai region, which I feel like I was lacking a bit. And just her promoting in that region is a bit of a boost. So we have her down as a coach and a promoter. So it's yet another coach to my roster. So now that makes 4 coaches. And now I've added my first promoter because I want a professional doing it. I'm kind of new. I just got 5 million. I'm just throwing away dollars. And I just kind of like that I have someone who's already done it. She can, help book some of the smaller Osaka venues when we tour there, given her name value. And I just want more coaches for my young roster. If I have such a young roster, I need more than just like Hazuki. So I like that I've got Leon and Commander Bolshoi as well as a backup for that. So, And then,
Okay.
all right, let's continue with some backroom staff. So next up, I'm picking another promoter, and more importantly, the first of my creative team. And I will be drafting Arisa Nakajima from Seedling. I think Arisa Nakajima has done an awesome job with the youngsters in Seedling so far. I love the branding she's done with the new Seed Stage series, which focuses on youngsters, right? I mean, just looking from Twitter, it kind of seems obvious that it's her initiative. She's very proud of it. And I just love the branding of Seed in general. Just like the colors, it's got a young vibe to it. It's a bit fresh. I feel like they've really turned the ship in like the last 9 months when I was having to deal with those awful main events with Amazon and Natsu Sumire and Mia Shirai. I mean, Mia Shirai's main event in the next card, but that's besides the point. Point is, they're pivoting, and I think Arisa Nakajima is a big part of that. And because I've got so many young people on my roster, I think she's the best person to nurture them. And she would be my main promoter as well. So obviously Commander Bolshoi can obviously promote in like the Kansai region and other stuff, but them as a team, I'm very comfortable that I've got that sorted with. And I'm also very comfortable in Arisa helping with the creative as well. So,
All right. Sounds good. Yeah, she's obviously a legendary wrestler.
Yes.
A legendary Joshi, and probably a great asset to have on any roster, for any roster behind the scenes. That's great. So, it's my turn, huh? It's my turn. I've been thinking while you were talking, because from this point on, I don't really have a plan. I'm just winging it right now.
Mm-hmm.
To be perfectly honest, I don't know if she's injured right now. I feel like I haven't seen her in a while, but I think Marigold still has some good rookies to offer. I am gonna go with Kizuna Tanaka.
You've got 250k left. You didn't just want to drop a bomb on a 250k wrestler and then just end it?
I was honestly thinking about it for a bit, but
just pick Makito.
I do think I think I'm gonna. Well, first off, Kizuna Tanaka. I think she's. Whenever I did see her, I feel like I haven't seen her in a while. Do you know what's up with her?
She is currently injured. Yeah.
Yes. I loved her match on the. What's the big show called? The big show with Grand Destiny. Yeah. Grand Destiny. Yeah.
With Shino,
she had an awesome opener with Shino. I was thinking about picking Shino with her. Actually, Shino is in a higher tier, however.
100k. Yeah.
For some reason.
For some reason, it's fucking Shino.
Sure. And to accompany her, I think, another controversial pick for some of our listeners, I think, even for you probably. But I think she's kind of improving lately. A lot of people are saying this. The streets are saying this, I heard. Another Stardom wrestler. Surprisingly for me, I'm picking another Stardom wrestler. It is Rian, the little gremlin.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
She's gonna be a heel. For sure.
Oh, that's so funny.
I think she's improving lately. I thought her matches she had in the Cinderella were pretty good. The Natsupoi match especially was very good, and she can go up there. I think she has a lot of fans. I think she has a little cult following in the scene. So I think when they see her on my promotion, they're all gonna buy tickets. So just for that, she has her value for $50,000. I think I can put her in the bag.
And the heel thing's a rib, right?
She's a little gremlin. I think she can. I mean, okay, maybe I should switch it up to face because...
Yeah, her trying to play a heel would be probably the funniest thing ever. Like, they should just close DDT as a promotion because comedy wrestling would not get any better than Rihanna as a heel.
I mean, she does the foot stomping and the being...
Yeah, it's a babyface move for her, though.
It kind of is.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
So, just on Kazuna Tanaka, I just also wanted to say, because every time she comes up, I need to shill this match where she had a 6-minute match with Rhea Seto in October on a random house show.
Oh, yeah.
And it blew my fucking mind. I checked I checked a cage match just the other day, just to see, okay, has this hidden gem been found yet? And I just saw people just throw sixes at it and was like, yeah, too short. People have a thing for match lengths that blows my mind. It was like the perfect 6-minute match. She basically lost her boot during the match, and Rhea Seto just fucking went after her foot. That was like her bare foot. And Rhea Seto looked like a monster because of how Tanaka was selling it as well. They were on the apron, spoilers, and then Rhea Seto just shoot headbutts her. It was fucking insane. And Tanaka, I think it's one of Tanaka's best performances. So, yeah, I can't argue with that. 50k pick.
Sure. Yeah,
right.
That's good.
I've got one point. Oh, go on.
Nah, it's too late. It's all good.
What were you going to say
about it? I made a mistake earlier, but it's all right.
Do you want to
explain it to you after? Nah, let's just continue. It's okay.
Okay. So I've got 1.1 mil left.
Mm-hmm.
And I appear to have 0 referees.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to draft Bob Sasaki, obviously. So he's obviously got the seed connection with Risa Nakajima. He's the seed referee. I actually think, so obviously you spoke a lot about Daichi Moriyama earlier, and it's kind of hard to argue how good Daichi is, especially how he puts matches together. I mean, that's kind of why I put him as a creative guy. But I think just as a referee, in terms of the story, like when I'm watching a match and my immersion, I think he's even better than Daichi in that specific role. So I don't mean necessarily putting a match together. Just when I watch hate matches, there have been so many where I stare at Barb getting distracted and it's a work of fucking art. Okay. He is like literally suspension of disbelief personified. He is perfect in every way in that particular role. So I just rate him super, super highly because he nails it every time. He's also refereeing obviously a bunch of different styles of matches. Like he's like the default like deathmatch referee guy on like produce shows and stuff like that. Obviously he puts on his own deathmatch produce show, so that kind of maybe I'm kind of looking forward to opening up some maybe stipulation big matches, whether that's like a deathmatch between Hazuki and Aoi. You know, that sounds kind of crazy. He's also got and then lastly, as I mentioned, he's got synergy with the backroom stuff like Arisa Nakajima, so that's why I've picked Barb as my referee.
All right.
Okay, so state of play. I've got 22 wrestlers, 13 faces, 10 heels, 4 coaches, which is a good amount, 2 promoters, 1 referee, 1 creative, okay, and 1 million left. Oh,
you're going for the...
It kind of seems like I got 1 million left. That's kind of convenient. I don't know how that's happened. Honestly, that's kind of surprising to me. I wasn't expecting to have that amount left. All right, let's draft my ace. Takumi Iroha as a babyface.
I knew it. You're so, what did you call me?
Predictable?
Predictable.
So, Takumi Iroha is fucking insane. She's wrestler, she's creative, she's coach. She's a top worker, she's a vet. She's also got that Kyushu synergy with Hazuki. So Takumi Iroha is my top babyface, Hazuki's my top heel. That is a Fukuoka big show in the making, easily. Maybe, okay, not a big show. Maybe like a Nishitetsu Hall, like a smaller one, like maybe 500 to 1,000, just for like the first few months, you know, just to establish a bit of a base outside of Tokyo. Nothing big or ambitious, just to let them know we exist for like an annual Golden Week tour. But yeah, she just does too many roles. She's too good. She was always going to be my ace from the start. There was like no doubt in my mind that I was going to do a promotion without Takumi Iroha. And now my budget is 0, and I have...
You finished before me. That's funny.
Finished before you. 2 creative, 2 promoters, 5 coaches. I'm just super happy with my coaching stuff for the young wrestlers as well. I forgot to mention, Takumi Iroha was responsible for like the booking and coaching of Sengoku Akatsuki. So I'm just super comfortable with what she can do with the younger talent on my roster.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's all up to you. You can draft as many times as you want.
I knew this was going to be your ace. Like,
yeah.
I absolutely knew.
But were you wondering at some point, it was like, oh, is he not going to pick an ace?
At some point I thought you weren't going to pick any ace at all. I thought if you will pick an ace in this game at all, it's going to be Takumi.
Yeah.
Because she does too many things at once. She's too versatile.
But you can't argue against Hashimoto as an ace as well, right? So
yeah.
Literally the best wrestler in the world.
Yeah. And the only thing, like, I'm surprised Suri is, like, that we both didn't draft Suri.
Yeah. I mean, you were going to.
She doesn't... I'm going to?
No, you were going to, but then you picked Saya, right?
I was going to. Yeah, it's changed my mind last second. Because it's just too similar to me. Like, just to Chihiro Hashimoto. I already have Chihiro on my... She's too much like Saya kind of fills another spot and brings more mainstream attention and stuff like that as well. So I think overall Saya is just more valuable if you already have someone like Chihiro Hashimoto.
I completely agree. Like, so Suri, and it maybe doesn't get spoken enough about how much training she does with younger wrestlers and how many she takes under her wing. We've spoken about Fuchan before.
Yes.
Obviously, Chi-Chi and Miku are the direct ones, right? And spoilers, we're going to talk about that on next episode because it was all over Shu Pro. And there are some other wrestlers that just say they look up to Suri. So I've mentioned earlier, Celine Mizora, right? So Suri is like an influential person for rookies, and she could easily be a coach. I didn't actually put her as a coach, but I probably should have, to be honest. That's why, she is kind of similar to Hashimoto, so I can see why you didn't do that. You could have easily replaced her with Hashimoto.
Booker, promoter, she does all that.
Promoter, obviously. Well. Yeah, absolutely.
Very successfully, so since you have no money left, I can tell you my mistake now. I planned on drafting Akira Kurogane earlier.
I was wondering.
Like she's on my draft list, like in the first couple of rounds, and I just kind of fucking skipped her for some reason. That's
go for it.
bad. That's bad. I kind of can't now. I should have drafted her last turn instead of Rian, but
you got 150 left.
Good. Yeah, but I kind of also see that the best booker and promoter in the entire world right now is still like undrafted, and I kind of figure, since I don't have any promoter at all in my team yet.
All right, yeah.
Should I not just fucking pick that guy now?
Well, it kind of makes sense because you've also got the Tam and Daichi and Sayaka
Yes,
Mitani.
exactly.
Yeah.
I got all these connections with him.
Yeah.
So I probably should just pick Taro Okada now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The best I mean, except for maybe like Luteroth the third. I think he's the best promoter in the world. Booking wise, I think he's the best. So yeah. And my last 50 that I left. I'm gonna throw.
Oh, hang on. Let me guess. We got a lot of people in the 50 category.
Yes. You're not gonna get it. I don't think you're gonna get it. But you can guess.
I'm just gonna go with Motoi Hamabe.
Oh, that would be it's like 50-50 with
Emma?
Motoi. No.
Okay. Who was the other one?
She's a new one. I have only seen a couple of matches of her too.
Marino
She's
Nishimura?
very new. Yes. Marino Nishimura. I love her, man. I love her selling.
She's so good.
She has so much potential, I think. She, like, obviously we haven't seen it yet, how much she can do or whatever, but because how many matches has she had? Like 5?
Literally less than 5. Yeah, probably 5 now, yeah.
But she has something, man. She has the potential is real with her, I think. And I think she's gotta be another face, I think.
She has to be. Yeah.
Bummer.
I honestly had her in my initial draft, and then I just took her out. But yeah, she's so good. It's again this idol to wrestler pipeline. This is why we need more idols or actresses. I don't know what it is. They're just so good at transferring their acting skills into selling, and that's a really important thing for a rookie. So if they're on top of that, if they learn how to be athletic, I mean, it's over. Like they're one of the best, right? So that's why all of the top stars in our industry were failed idols or idols, like Sayaka Mitani, Tam Nakano. Yeah, we talk about it a lot here.
And imagine someone like Marina Nishimura under the wings of Tam Nakano for 5 years.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Really good last pick.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. Except for the omission of Akira Kurogane, that really bums me out in hindsight. I had the money too if I just didn't pick Rian in the end. It's so stupid.
You picked Rian and you. Okay, sorry. No, not to.
I mean, I wouldn't have Marino and I wouldn't have Rian, and instead I would have Akira.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fine. I'm sorry, Akira, if you're listening, but
yeah,
I really wanted to have you on my roster. I'm just a stupid, forgetful idiot. Because I had her early on in my plans, actually. I have no idea how I went past her. It's dumb. Whatever.
So, how are you feeling about your roster?
I feel good. I feel a bit bad for ruining some of your plans. I didn't know I was going to be that. I mean, you ruined my main plan, but
okay. I deserve that's karma.
That was like my anchor of the promotion. Basically, was the plan to build it around Sayaka in the next 5 years or whatever, and her ascension. I would go slower. Stardom is going right now, apparently. We're going to talk about it on the next episode, I guess. But we don't even know what happened yet. We're recording this on Saturday, by the way. Before the Stardom finals. So maybe she doesn't get the match. I don't know. We'll see.
So, yeah, just talk us through the top of your card.
Should we just do our roster roundup right away?
Yeah, let's go through yours first.
Okay. All right, so my promotion. Do you have a name, by the way? I don't have a name.
No, I thought about names, but if I gave the name at the start, it would give away my strategy.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I would probably just call it like Hunter.
Company.
Well,
Considering my top people were like all from Kyushu, I was just gonna make a joke that should be like Kyushu pro wrestling or something. But no. It's probably something like, I don't know, something to do with
that
rookies.
would be infringement.
Yes, it would indeed. That promotion exists. No, I can't think of a name. I'm not creative enough. Anyway, go on.
All right. So obviously, I have a lot of great talent just in the back to make a promotion into a top promotion in the world. It's just, if you think about what Chihiro Hashimoto can do in the dojo, if you think about the storylines Tam Nakano is gonna come up with, Daichi Murayama is just a general a person for the roster to learn from how to put matches together.
Yep.
A person in the ring that is solid in any situation, if injuries happen or whatever. And if a wrestler forgets a spot, if there's a botch, he's always there to fix everything up. He's invaluable for that. We have, of course, Taro Okada, who made a promotion, who literally had an exodus happening with some of their biggest stars leaving throughout the last 2 years, and he took that situation and turned it around to become like the most successful Joshi promotion in the last 3 decades. So that's, of course, an insane asset to have, just promoting. Also, I said it earlier, Chigusa Yokota is gonna be like kind of my left hand, even though she does not officially count as a coach or as a creative. I'm gonna still take her advice. Maybe give her a pay raise to lead me through some of the stuff. She knows the business in and out. So it's gonna be a success just with her in her as well. For the wrestling itself, I think I have a pretty solid plan for the next 5 years, with Chihiro Hashimoto and Sayaka Mitani at the top, the big heels. I think they can feud against each other even, like, that would be sick. But obviously my promotion is gonna be basically built around the ascension of Aya Sakura. She is first gonna have a career rival in Rhea Sato, who are gonna be coming up together and feuding until Aya Sakura, of course, at some point finds herself as the next ace in a couple of years. I have some strong mid-card action. I have a wonderful tag team who are going to be my first tag team champions, probably in Chi-Chi and Hina. I have more tag teams further down the line. I have, for example, Kaya Toribami and Rhythm I would put in a tag team because obviously they have masks. They're probably gonna function well as like the rookie tag team.
The Paul Levesque strategy of booking.
Yeah, kinda. I'm sorry.
Yeah, God.
We can have like a sister feud further down the card with Masahiro against Moe Hiro. That's gonna be a ton of fun. Moe beating the shit out of a 7-year-old or whatever. I have a lot of talent that can be the next big white belt champion in future years, like Danami Hatano is very underrated at that. Currently, I would probably put Mei Suruga on that level. She is the mountain everyone has to climb to get on like the secondary championship level. And of course, I have Senka Akatsuki in there, who is gonna be just the workhorse and maybe the first big opponent for the secondary championship for me, honestly. And then I just have a ton of very promising young rookie talent who can duke it out in the undercard, and Ancham can lead them through that. I have Lady C, who they can try to beat and fail for a couple of years.
I'm so sorry. God.
I think I have a great mix of young talent, of veterans like Yuka and Ancham, as I mentioned, Chigusa Yokota. And I have obviously a great mix of regions that I can visit with. I can go into this Chuba region and just draw houses everywhere. For sure. Other than that, the other regions are all gonna see wrestlers they usually never get to see, so that's gonna draw a lot in like Hokkaido and Okinawa, I think.
Yeah. And also, realistically, most promotions, especially starting out, just stay in Tokyo, right? So,
Yeah, obviously.
all right.
I think that's probably my main pitch. I think everyone can see what I did and how great it is, and vote for me.
Tim, who's your top babyface?
Well,
Like, as soon as the promotion starts, not in 5 years.
Senka,
Oh,
I guess.
that's very elevated spot.
Senka and Aya Sakura in those spots. I think Chi-Chi and Hina are my big babyface tag team. They're gonna be...
Wait, so like immediately you're going to have Aya and Senka against like Sayo, Kamitani, and Hashimoto?
Nah, I think I'm gonna have Senka. Like I said, she's gonna be on the secondary title level with like first Mei Suruga. On the Mei Suruga level, I would.
So Aya Sakura?
Put like Senka. Aya Sakura is gonna start against Ria Sato immediately as her big opponent. I think I will put Senka against Mei Suruga and Aya Sakura against Ria Sato.
So what's your big red belt stuff? Is it just Saya versus Hashimoto?
It is Saya versus Hashimoto, and whoever wins will have the belt for a while, I think.
Okay.
I think in the process of this feud or match, Chihiro Hashimoto is probably gonna be the face. And Saya Kamitani is gonna stay the heel.
Sounds good. All right. I guess my only comments on your roster is after the Chico Ishikawa point, there's like a massive chasm, I guess, in my view. And then obviously the last two picks I think were really good picks, Taro Okada and Marina Nishimura. But yeah, you got like a run of like Lady C, Kyoka, Yuna, Honori.
I mean, Kyoka is cool. Come
I know.
on. Yuna is cool. Honoria,
Yeah, they're cool.
That's insane.
I do think there are a lot of still good 50k picks, I guess is all I'd say. But maybe that's just my own evaluation of those certain picks. I mean, everything before that I can't say anything about. That's like a
I mean,
stacked
it just
roster.
couldn't fit the Megaton in there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, cool. So that's your roster. So mine. So the theme of my roster is basically plug and play with great versatile wrestlers. I can move them up and down the card with ease. So there's like not much difficulty in booking them in different roles due to how versatile they are. There's also a large amount of young wrestlers kind of like bubbling underneath the surface. And I think it's fair to say that your backroom staff, I guess, like Tam Nakano, Daichi, Taro Okada, you got Saya Kamitani connection, you got Hashimoto, that is definitely like a stronger core, I guess. But I think as an overall, I think the wrestling potential of my roster in terms of like how many young people I've picked and the rookies I've picked, and also the mid card, like every wrestler in my mid card, I can be like, okay, they're just going to have a banger. They're going to have a banger. They can work with anyone. I don't think there's like a weak link in my roster that I would look at them and be like, yeah, I'm not really that keen on them. I'm basically keen on everyone I picked, which I'm happy with. So that's just like the overall view. In terms of top of the card, it's obviously going to be Rojo versus Hazuki. That would be my first big feud for the top card, for the top belt. And then whoever would win would be the ace for a bit of time. It would obviously be Takumi for a bit, but Hazuki would immediately be established in that immediate feud and be near the top of the card. Immediately below them, I have the Renas. So Rena from Stardom and Rena from LPWX. Veni would probably be in more of just a beat the fuck out of rookies, tag with Celine Mazzora sort of role, rather than being pushed into a title position. Just because it's kind of difficult to book her and she has to win everything, stuff like that. Just a bit annoying. But she could do that if I wanted to. Then we've got, just on in terms of the mid card, we got Kreia. So like really like gems of the independent scene, to be honest. Like really, really good workers. Like Kreia, obviously I would have had it Anchan, but this fucker picked it. So got Kreia, Ayame Sasamura, Riko Kawahata, Echika Miyavi, Manami Katsu. And obviously I got Saika Kurara in there, obviously. So Saika Kurara would be someone I would build to eventually to have a big match either against Takumi or Hazuki as well down the line. It could just be an upper card feud. It doesn't necessarily need to be for the title, but she's someone I would build around on the face side. But I really, really like the idea of Coco being mentored to be one of the top baby faces in the promotion. You can give her some great singles matches in her hometown against Hazuki, who's also from Kyushu. Just top champion heel Hazuki at one point, just beating the fuck out of the up-and-coming babyface. Hell yeah. And then I've also deliberately built around Celine Mizora and giving her mentors. I was thinking of drafting Suri as well, who's obviously her idol. I was like, that's fucking $1 million, okay? And I'm dead set of Takumi Iroha, so I can't do that. But she's still got Veni Minami Katsu. Creatively, she's got Arisa Nakajima, who's, obviously debuted her in Seedling. So I love that I've got that. Takumi Iroha, we've seen her nurture young talent from the start, with Senka, Sorayame. So I'm comfortable with those as well. And then just randomly floating about, I've got Anakanaya, Shanshan, Kikyo Furusawa. I didn't even mention Aoi in the mid-card as well. That was another one. I've still got Azusa Inaba on the heel side. That's going to be rising throughout the card. So that would be my long-term heel, I guess, alongside Reno. They could do a tag team, if I had a bloated upper card. Ayako Sato. So for veteran presence, I've got Ayako Sato. I've got Leon and Command Bolshoi. Takumi Iroha, obviously. So that should be enough to nurture the roster with 5 coaches, 2 creative, and Takumi on top. My roster feels stacked. I like it. But I think the core of your roster is definitely better, for sure.
I think if we look at just like starting out in the scene, my star power coming in with Saya Kamitani and Chihiro Hashimoto at the top is just kind of...
yeah, for sure. Compared to Hazuki and Takumi Iroha. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna...
But I like my upper mid-card compared to yours. Like, we spoke about your top face and it's like kind of like Ai Sakura. So like, I'm a bit worried about your upper mid-card, I guess, immediately. Whereas I've got like Rena's, Azusa Inaba, Veni, Minami Katsu. I've got like a solid mid-card, I think.
Yeah, I think... Yeah. I think I have the potential to get there for sure.
Definitely.
Don't forget like Chi-Chi and Hina.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because I said they are my first tag team champions doesn't mean they can go on sick as singles runs as well.
Yep.
After that, obviously I have a lot of like more the, what should I call it? Not work rate talent in there, who I think are just very much like crowd pleasers, who have like a lot of like following and can be good for an audience. Nah, I mean like...
No, I'm not joking. As in like you need
Rian or Yuna. Oh, okay.
No.
You're actually right about Megaton. Did you watch Marigold today?
Yeah, that's my point though. Like you need some wrestlers who aren't work crazy that the crowd loves, right?
Exactly. That's kind of my thought behind picks like Rian and I don't know if Lady C has a big following, but I think she has a spot. I think for 50K, even though we both don't like her, you can't just skip on a Lady C. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense for me. Yeah, but either way. I just think, as I said, any one of them can be a superstar in 5 years with Chihiro Hashimoto and Tam Nakano leading the locker room. So I basically won after the first 2 picks. No matter what my actual roster looks like.
Can you imagine if these rosters existed? That would be a fucking roster.
Oh my god. That was so sick. But I am still very sad that I made the Akira Kurogane mistake. Yeah. She's dearly missing from my roster, that's for sure.
Yeah. She would definitely add some like young rookie firepower for like the next 10 years to your roster. Because I think I have that covered.
I have a lot of that as well, to be honest, but like she would...
You got Miku Kanai, yeah. Senka, obviously.
Obviously, Senka is in there, for sure. And I think Senka can... Like, I know she still counts as a rookie, but I would have her up there in like the upper mid-card babyface. Like how Rossi basically pushed Yusuke. Mm-hmm. That's how I would push Senka, I think.
Really?
The first 2 years or whatever.
Yeah, I just don't know how she'd be as like a dominant champion. I can't see it, I guess, because I've never seen it and I can't picture it. I'm looking forward to finding out. I just don't know what it looks like.
I think she can do it, I think.
Because a big part of her charm right now is like being the underdog that doesn't quit, right? Would you say that?
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
So I'm interested to see what does it look like to have a dominant Senka just win matches.
Okay. When I say I would book her like Yusuke, I don't mean I would book her personality-wise like Yusuke, that she's gonna be like a dominant champion in that way who's just beating everyone. I would have her in the same tier. Like Yusuke was a rookie early on as well, and she immediately went up into this white belt tier, essentially, right? That's just what I'm saying. But I would have her be stay the underdog babyface in all that.
Yep. Fair.
Except instead, Yusuke was obviously more presented as like the fucking world beater, future star. She's already winning. Don't even try. You know what I mean?
Don't even show up to the match.
Yeah, Yusuke's winning anyway. That's not what Senka gonna be, but she's in that with a similar level of experience. She's gonna be in a similar tier of my roster as Yusuke was in Marigold early on. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so just quickly, what do you think of my roster? What would you rate my roster? Let's do that. Let's rate each other's rosters.
Oh,
out of 10.
Well, I think you have a lot of wrestlers who you rate very, very highly personally, but who may not have the footprint in the scene yet to really be a great success early on. You know what I mean?
Some rocky beginnings, yeah.
Yeah. They are very unknown talent, which is obviously very great work rate wise, and we know that. But a lot of people won't know that, and I don't know how much success that bears for your promotion. I think you went very smartly about how you drafted it. You thought a lot about regions. You thought a lot about
synergy.
The individual synergies between the wrestlers. Yes, that's what I mean. Which is obviously great. I did also.
Yeah, I mean, you picked the hero.
Just to mention it. But I think you're just missing the straight up big star power for the launch. So I'm gonna give it a B+.
You don't rate Takumi, huh? Are you another hater? Are you a hater, Tim?
I'm not a hater like some other people are. I would have picked Suri over her personally for the same role that Takumi plays for you.
Suri does do creative and obviously promoting as well. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's definitely an SLG desired pick, probably. Okay, so yours. Yeah, I've already mentioned it before about everything after Chiko Ishikawa, other than Taro Okada and Marina Nishimura. So, but I really like what you're doing at the top of the card, especially with the backroom staff. Do think there's a bit of a gap in that upper mid card. I'm not sure about Senka just being the white level belt champion immediately, I guess. Obviously, you're going to get over that by having fucking Sai Kamitani and Chihiro Hashimoto at the top of the card. But I do think maybe creatively having more strong upper mid carders immediately would have been a bit better. But obviously, they're going to get there, like with Chi-Chi, Hina. Like, you can easily fill that out. So I'm going to give... Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at everything after Chiko Ishikawa. I can't give it. I'm also going to go B+.
I think that's fair. I think I would give my own roster B+ as well.
Yeah, I
think I made some mistakes towards the end.
Yeah, like if you swapped some of these with Akira and some other talent, I definitely would have gone maybe like A-. Yeah.
That's fair.
Cool. All right. Should we wrap it up?
Yes, let's wrap it up. This was the special 2026 Joshi'ing Around weekly draft. What is left to say? It was a lot of fun. We should do this every year, regularly. Otherwise, if you want to play, we may put this sheet somewhere.
Yeah, my only thing is it's only set for 2 people right now, so and someone would have to figure out how to make it for more people. But yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that's gonna
that's
be
up to them.
Possible, probably. And awesome. We're gonna put screenshots of our rosters, I guess, whenever this releases, into the Discord, on social media, whatever, and have you vote who has the better roster in your opinion. I think that's how it works. I'm happy with both our outcomes, and yeah. Was nice chatting to you, as always. We're going to meet again in a couple of days to talk about a lot of wrestling. So
Yeah,
Thank you, Eric.
I hope it was nice talking to me. You have a podcast with me, so that would be pretty bad if you didn't. No, this was a lot of fun. I'm really happy I did this. It was really cool to like talk about some of these picks as well that maybe people haven't heard of and we don't cover their matches of. And like you said, a lot of my team is people I rate highly as well. So maybe people see some of these names on our roster. Like you picked Anchem quite highly as well. So hopefully that, kind of convinces people, oh, maybe I should check out an Anchem match. Well, like, what is it like? Maybe I should check out the Hero Twins, right? But you got like really high up, right? Which is awesome. So that was
I was
the
so
point of
scared
this.
you're gonna pick them immediately.
I mean, yeah, I obviously thought about it, but I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
No, it was really fun. So thank you everyone for listening. And if you liked this content, let us know. Because to be honest, I wasn't really sure about doing a bonus episode. So if you liked it, let us know.
Yeah, sure, for sure. We're open to any feedback. I'm thinking about how we went about it in two completely different directions.
I was
basically.
so surprised you picked an ace off the bat. Because you can only really pick... Okay, you picked 2 aces, which definitely surprised me. But I was like... You must have picked her because you thought I was going to pick Hashimoto. Otherwise, you don't need to pick her that early, right? So you
I
could
truly think
Yeah, go on.
Hashimoto is the most valuable pick.
No, I
in
know
the
she
entire
is.
Thing.
But you don't need to pick her unless you know I'm going to pick her. Because I'm not going to pick 2 aces.
For sure.
Or 3.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I thought if you're going for an ace early, I'm fucked. I have to
okay,
get her
fine.
as soon as
Yeah,
possible.
alright.
I think my entire plan kind of hinged on her a bit. Because my entire plan was to go for the most solid backroom stuff early.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
obvious.
And I did the opposite.
And yeah, and you did the opposite. If I knew that, I would have picked differently as well, maybe. But
yeah.
I thought maybe you had the same plan because like we talked about like contested picks and stuff, right?
Yes.
And I thought the most contested picks actually is the backroom stuff. So,
Yeah.
so that's why I thought I have to get this unlocked immediately. I have to get good trainer, good creative, good ref, and like match builder type guy like Daichi is. And when I have those unlocked, like everything else I do is kind of fucking whatever because like they're gonna develop into a great roster eventually if I have those things unlocked. So I think Chihiro Hashimoto is just the most valuable trainer on the list and the best wrestler in the world, arguably, in the ring. So I had to lock her down.
I think she's that now. I've
was my
changed my
thought.
mind. I think she's the best wrestler in the world.
Yeah, we talked about that
Yeah.
the other episode for sure. Yeah.
I also, I guess, one last thing is how different our rosters are, and they're both still really good. Like,
Yes,
how much talent does
absolutely.
this scene fucking have? A lot is the
That's
answer.
crazy.
So,
Wrestling is awesome.
wrestling's awesome. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you and goodbye.
Bye.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Studies show that 100% of everybody in the world wants to curl up indoors and do nothing because it's so darn cold out there. That's why many people are turning to Bombas, whose pillowy plush slippers and warm merino wool socks have been said to be the most comfortable in the history of feet. Bombas products have been found to boost coziness by up to 1,000,000%. Okay, enough fake statistics, but could Bombas socks and slippers really be the cure? Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.